Bring me everyone.
What do you mean, everyone?
Everyone!
Board meeting!
Welcome to Everyone Racers,
a show designed for the world of low-dollar racing and oddball car culture.
It doesn't matter what kind of Lemon Champ or Lucky Track Dog league you run.
SCCA or NASA, we don't discriminate.
as long as you drive it hard and built it yourself.
Join us each week for tech discussion,
Tips, tricks,
As well as news and notes from the world of amateur endurance racing.
whether it's on the spot.
hella sweet,
Or we're lucky enough and
Chrissy,
I give you just the tip.
we're sure you'll giggle a little.
and learn even less.
Everyone report to the paddock.
This is Chris. Chrissy, we can't hear you.
Chrissy,
We can.
Who's Chrissy?
I'm drunk,
And I'm mental.
And I'm drunker.
Oh, and we are Everyone Racers. Happy New Year. We are recording this episode on January 1st, as might be indicated by our behaviors.
We haven't had a drunk
cheers,
episode in a
everyone.
while.
We have not.
Good thing it's the morning for most of you.
Oh,
I mean-
shoot. Sorry.
It is. Yes, exactly. Yes, cheers.
You
Oh.
just went away. It's fine.
I know it was a white cup. I don't know why I did that. All right, it is episode 373, and despite my most aggressive Googling, I have nothing automotively related for that. So I asked instead, why do we celebrate New Year's on January 1st? Because your earliest recorded celebrations of a new year are traced back to ancient Mesopotamia, approximately 2000 BCE. However, back then, the occasion was observed during the spring equinox, which for 2025 will be on March 20th. But when Julius Caesar altered what would become the world's accepted calendar, he chose January 1 in order to pay tribute to the Roman god Janus, for whom the month of January is named. Janus is represented as possessing two contrasting faces, one gaze into the past, one gazing forward. And to add a little framework to this discussion, I'm going to share this image here. So bam, there it is. There's that. As such, Janus was linked to beginnings, endings, and transitions.
Now you know. Do-do-do-do. The more you know.
Oh, excellent.
That's amazing.
So, aside from liver punishment, what are you
I
working
miss you
on?
guys.
I know we didn't have a show for
Week
2
off
weeks.
is like the
We have
worst.
No.
Yes.
What,
Yeah.
Did I miss something?
We should
Nope.
never do that again.
I know it's.
Till
And
we
we
run out of
missed you
topic
too.
ideas.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And we
Damn it.
missed you too, listener. So thank you for joining us today. We hope this is fun.
Yeah.
We hope this is fun.
It's
Well,
fun for
we're-
us.
It's gonna be fun for us. Absolutely. We hope you enjoyed as much as we do.
I mean, that was our thing when we just started the show. We're like, well, we're going to have fun. And if like 4 people listen to it, like, all right, that's cool. Well, we're going to have a good
Exactly.
time. And that's where we are right now.
It's
all
a,
right, what
it's
are-
a throwback episode.
It is. So what are we working on? What have I been working on? All right. It's been a couple weeks. I haven't been working on that much because holidays, but when we're at my mom's house for Christmas this past weekend, and it's weird because today's Sunday, but it's also Wednesday at the same time. I don't know how that works. Anyway, but my mom said, "Oh, you have 2 engines under the workbench in the garage still." I said, "I do?" And I went out there and yes, I do. These are engines that have been there since like
Oh.
2001
Are
ish.
they like single stroke carbureted
No.
engines,
that is-
or are
The
like
carbureted
real,
D15s. Yeah.
They're hit and miss. No, they're not. They are D series engines. They're both D series engines. One is a really early D15A3 out of an 85 CRX, I think. The other one's a D16A6 out of a late 80s CRX. And yep, they were there. And a mouse had made a nest in one. And I still had a cylinder head from a CRX HF,
Very
which
sad,
no
'cause we
one
just
wants at all.
Took
Right.
his house away.
Right. The mouse had not lived in this particular D series engine for
Oh,
quite some time, based
good.
on what I can see. But anyway, he doesn't have that home anymore.
He
So I've been-
upgraded to a twin cam. like my
Yeah,
Stu.
he did.
You know, he's up at the mobile.
It's been there so long, it outlasted his life expectancy.
It did, yeah. I mean, like
He's
most of us,
upgrading.
he's gone from D series to B series to K
Right.
series over
K
time.
series.
Yeah, he's now in a K28.3. So anyway, I've got these old junk motors, and I need to scrap them. But now you know, when you've gone to the scrap place and you've separated out the metal and you get all the money for the aluminum, you're like, well, I'm doing that again. So of course now I have to strip everything apart to take all the steel away from the aluminum and whatnot. But then I also looked at eBay to see, does anybody actually want any of these D16 A6 parts, these late 80s CRX stuff? And people do. Like, there have been like sales of bare engine blocks for like $250, $300. And like people are selling sets of used pistons and rods for $50. I'm like, if it's $50, I'll spend the effort to put it up on eBay and just leave it there until someone buys it.
And I feel like that's one of those community things too. I mean, all right, dude, someone
Right.
is interested in this,
Right.
and I'm going to encourage that kind
Absolutely.
of enthusiasm.
Right. So I'm going to list up, some of the things are scrap because literally no one wants an 89 CRX HF cylinder head. They're terrible. They're 8 valves. I can literally spin the cam with my hand because the valve springs are so soft because it has a 5,000 RPM redline and roller rockers. I get to sit there and spin it. But the 16 valve head, people actually might need those, and the block and stuff. Okay, so those are getting cleaned up and on eBay, and I'm giving Bill the crankshaft out of it because he still has a whole bunch of D16 parts for their Civic. So
Whether he wants it or not.
right, no, I asked him if he wants it, and he said yes. So
All
Anyway.
right.
scrap engines. Did some house clean out at the Cape House because that house is getting sold in 20 days from today, and it's holidays, so I really don't know what day it is. I'm full of cheese and I'm generally confused. So,
I know I went to work one day this week, and I think I had to go another day. I'm not sure. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
again, it's Wednesday and Sunday,
Oh,
and
it's
it's
so confusing.
Bailey's time, and it's the morning.
Bailey's time.
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyway,
Same.
Chrissy, what
Ditto.
I know what you've been
Ditto.
doing, but okay.
Ditto. I just
There
did
you
all
go.
of those things. Tim, you did all kinds of fun other things. Tell us.
Well,
What are you drinking, first of all?
well, the champagne's gone now, but now I've got coffee with whiskey and eggnog.
Nothing getting done around the Burr house today. Nothing.
It's
No.
Cheers.
nice.
No, I feel like Tim and Amy are probably more productive even when they've been drinking than I am, like, fully caffeinated
Maybe
at 9 in the
so.
morning. Yeah.
Yeah, we had a party last night. Corey was there. And there are probably, I don't know, an hour and a half's worth of glasses to wash.
Yeah.
Oh God,
They don't.
so
They're not
many.
dishwasher safe.
No, they're wine glasses and
Oh,
like
even our
crystal
good Riedel
champagne
wine
flutes.
glasses are
Yeah,
still
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, we hand wash all that stuff. I don't know why. We're super floofy. So there's a lot of cleanup to do. We did a pretty
later.
good job last night of getting it prepped, but we had Corey and
How many bottles?
oh my God, I don't even know. Many.
Did you line up the fallen soldiers? for a
No.
picture?
The best. Oh,
There was a
wait.
pile under the table for a while, but I think
Many.
somebody straighted it out and cleaned
Oh,
it
Yeah,
up.
come
it was
on.
a lot. It was a lot.
Okay.
And so it was fun. We had some of our race crew showed up, which was awesome.
Fantastic.
Love to see those guys. We had some cigars, which is probably why my voice sounds like this, at
Yeah.
the fire pit last night, which is cool. But spent Christmas at Mom's house in Florida. Got to see some new additions to the family that I hadn't met yet. So there was some baby time. Got to spend some time with my 94-year-old grandmother, who got COVID and didn't know it, and so we had to put her in the hospital, and
Oh,
I had
no.
to
Oh.
test for 5 days to make sure I didn't have COVID too.
Oh, no.
So I don't know how I dodged a bullet, because I was like literally like carrying Nana into all the things. My mom caught it, I didn't. Yay.
Well, not yet,
Yay.
anyway. Or maybe
This
that's
is-
why your voice sounds like
Because
No,
of all
no,
that
it
clean
was-
living, Tim. That's
that
what
was
it
like-
is. It's clean
That was
living.
like seven.
Clean.
That was
Again,
like
yes.
7 days ago. No, you know what it is? Nothing can live in this body. Is more like
That's yeah. It's all the asbestos, fiberglass, all the things we've done over the years. COVID. it's
Wood.
just
What
like,
can it do?
COVID came in and it was like, fuck that, I'm out.
yeah, like the mouse upgrading to a twin cam. COVID is like, I can find a way better.
1 star. Would
Yeah.
not recommend.
Would not recommend.
Place sucks.
Can't handle it.
Totally.
Oh my.
But yeah, it was super fun. We got to spend some time with all the folks, and holiday travel is brutal as always, but totally worth it. So Corey and I spent a couple minutes pulling some files on the Corvette for the tuner, which I sent off last night. So hopefully we'll get some info back from him on how to proceed to get that puppy going. I plan on putting the suspension back on it this week before I go to Maine on the 3rd to
gosh.
go and look at the garage, which
I
is,
hope
other
it's
than the
great.
siding, is done.
No.
No.
Well,
Picture-
it's never
picture
done.
did-
It's
picture
never
didn't
ever
happen.
truly
Well,
done.
sure.
No,
Like,
fair.
The contractor's work is done. It's
Yes.
not-
Yeah, the
Yes.
construction. Yes.
I've got my plan is to I've got a wood stove that was inherited when we bought Little Camp, our rental property, our rental unit just down the hill. So I've got to carry that 12,000-pound piece of iron up the hill and put it in the garage and figure out where I'm going to put that. But I'm going to run a lot of the electricals, just the rough in, and we'll do that, get that going for the next step, which is laying out all of the things, cabinets, and where do I want the workbench to go, and put blocking
So
in so I can
exciting.
hang things. Yeah, it's I'm at that stage, so I'll spend probably 3 days next week doing that. So
That's
more to
gonna be
come in the
awesome.
next show on that one.
Can't
Stay
wait to see
tuned.
it. Yay.
Yes, and
Cool,
I
cool.
know because they have asked. Our listeners are fascinated by this, and they would love to see pictures. I hope you will share some of them on our socials.
I will do that. I will social it up.
Yep.
All right.
I just like to see the pictures of Little Camp dwarfed by this big shop.
Oh my
now.
God. So for those of you that haven't listened, Little Camp is a 660 square foot cute little camp, 49 feet from the water, available on VRBO, Richmond, Maine.
Okay.
Check it out. And the garage is a 2,400 square foot behemoth that is above it, looming down upon it.
It's like the pictures of the BMW M8 car, like next to the Porsches. It's like that's what it looks like.
Oh,
Excellent.
barn dominium.
Yep.
Also, Amy's birthday. Did we talk about that?
It is Amy's birthday. She is doing what she should be doing, which is sleeping.
Ah,
Good for her.
happy birthday,
Happy
Amy. Thanks for
birthday,
loaning
Amy.
us. Thanks for loaning us Tim as often
We
as you
had-
do.
We had buntinis from Nothing Bunt Cake last night, and
Whoa.
celebrated her birthday. We'll open up gifts and
I love
around-
nothing bunt. I saw the Jim Bauman posted a picture, and I recognized the box immediately of the
Mhm.
nothing bunt. If I don't know if that's a national thing or just a West Coast chain, but it's a bakery and they make bunt cakes and bunt cupcakes, and they're friggin' amazing.
they do an awesome job. And the buntinis are great. They're little one-offs. They've got like 9 flavors, like super cool. Super
That's
like
fantastic.
easy button. Ba-ding.
Oh,
Excellent.
all right.
Mental, what have you been up to?
So, didn't talk about it on the show, talked about it in our Slack channel, but I had this annoying Mercedes brake squeak, and I just finally declared war on that. And with the advice of several of the people on this screen, I took the brakes back apart, went back to the original pads that had started squeaking, beveled the edges, and then used a different caliper lube on and cleaned everything, like got all the little surface pits off of the slider pins, the whole 9 yards, and then applied a treatment to the rotors and bedded those in and got that all done. And thankfully now the brakes just don't squeak. So, yay. Yes,
Yay.
exactly. Spent Corey and I were just talking about this before you guys all joined up. Spent a lovely Christmas day doing the brake upgrades on the Miata. Got that stage 1 flying Miata performance brake upgrade kit completely installed. It went, bedded them. Went out the next or 2 days later. I didn't drive the car after I bedded them. Went to go drive the car to work, and I immediately had flashbacks to when I bought your Discovery, and you had the upgraded pads in the rear. And anytime I had to be at work, like at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, the first stop sign in my neighborhood, because I'm half asleep, I would forget that there are performance pads, and I would just sail right through that stop sign every morning, like at 2 o'clock.
Exciting.
Same thing happened in the Miata. I went down to the stop sign at the end of my street. I'm like, brakes, why? Oh, that's right, performance brakes. And I just, had to jump on them a little hard. They immediately got heat into them and grabbed, but I just completely forgotten that I had upgraded to a street performance pad. I've been gathering all the parts for my Formula V and not putting them together. So I've just been procrastinating on that. I don't know why. I know.
No way.
It's not like I've got 2 weeks to get that car ready or anything. And then since our last episode, when I talked about Kyle coming out here to pick up the Kia Forte, he did. It was a great trip. I did nothing to help him at all. He fixed it all on his own in my garage, sent me a few updates, and then his dad flew in, and they successfully drove all the way back to South Carolina. So that was my holiday time. Had also ate too much, spent a lot of great time with some friends, but literally this morning, more recently, I had a very unpropitious start. I looked that word up. I wanted to get a proper word to this, to my new year. And it is in a very mental-esque fashion. So if you will cast your mind with me.
Somebody looking this up.
Exactly.
Oh,
yes.
boy.
So,
Yep.
think back to 4 hours ago, just 4 hours ago. So I got a jump start this year on my 2025 fitness resolutions, and I have joined a local yoga studio, and I did my first session Monday right before work. I've done yoga like 20 years ago. Make fun of me all you want. Yeah, I get it. I have a Chihuahua. I drive a Miata, whatever. Don't care. I love yoga. It's good for you. It, especially the breathing techniques. It actually does help with the racing. And I have grown very inflexible and having a lot of joint problems. So I am now going to battle that head on, and went in there, and sure as anything, it was just a 45-minute session. They call it bedhead yoga. It starts at 6:15, goes to 7 in the morning. And I walked out of there feeling exhausted and terrific, and just immediately renewed that. So emboldened by this enjoyment of my first class and my New Year optimism, I went ahead and signed up for 2 more classes this week, one for this morning, one for Friday, same time. It's going to be great. Now, last night's celebrations, be damned. I was going to make it to yoga. All right. I set my alarms. I did everything. I can do this. And wife and I go out. We have a great time. We Ubered. We had drinks. We moderated. We hydrated. And we ate all throughout the evening. And after about 2 hours of sleep, at 5 a.m., my alarm goes off. And even surprising myself, I drag myself out of bed, do my cold plunge, get dressed, and leave my house in plenty of time to make this 6:15 yoga class. It's going to be great. I'm actually feeling better than I expected when I committed to all this. Now, as an aside, if you know me, I enjoy spicy foods. I'm married to a Latina. I love my food spicy, and Las Vegas presents no shortage of opportunities to enjoy any variety of very spicy foods. And last night, I took full advantage of several of those opportunities as we were moderating our intake. I am now en route to my yoga class, and I begin to feel the early stages of intestinal distress.
Oh boy.
I've been eating spicy foods. I have stayed hydrated, and I am hungover. So you know where this is going. These contributing factors are increasing to this intestinal distress at an exponential rate. It is quickly becoming urgent.
A problem. Okay.
A problem.
Where are you now?
I'm in my car. I'm in my car, driving. But you know what? No worries. There is a
Right
bathroom
foot is
at the
going
yoga
down a little
studio.
harder. Yep.
Right foot is, at the same time, I'm clenching, a little, and maybe we don't want the seat heater on. This is not a good time for relaxation of those muscles. Now, the doors of the yoga studio open 10 minutes prior to the class, and I arrive right in front, right at 6 a.m. So I am
E-brake
good to
sliding into the parking lot.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
okay.
it's street parking. Now
Don't
the
say
studio.
hi. Oh no.
No,
Street
studio's
parking.
dark, but that's just to make sure I get out of my car and I go and check the door. The door is locked. But again, it's just 10 minutes prior, so I've got some time. Now at 6:15, I come to two inescapable conclusions. One,
Yoga
clearly
doesn't
this
happen
yoga
today.
yoga class has been canceled.
Oh,
I probably signed up too
no.
late yesterday or something, and they went, nah, nobody's coming. I'm not getting up that early.
Oh,
And the
no.
second one is I am not going to be able to make it back to my home without experiencing what we call in the aviation industry a physiological incident.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Now, I'm downtown, and one of the advantages of living in Las Vegas is the casinos are open 24 hours a day, and their bathrooms are almost always clean. All right. And so I make my way to the nearest establishment, which is the Stratosphere. Yeah. So I immediately point my car and go to the Stratosphere.
Okay.
Now, as I am driving to the Stratosphere, if you have ever found yourself in a similar position that I'm at, you understand the concept of turtle heading. There we go. That's yeah. And so Tim knows where I am. I think
Crowning.
Prairie dog.
That's great. Prairie dogging. That's another good one. All right. This is where I am now.
Oh no.
Now I carefully, enthusiastically, intensely drive to the Stratosphere. And as I pull into their parking garage, they've still got the apparatus all set up for their special event parking, which is $25. I do not have the time for this. Now I have to poop, but I'm going to have to get a ticket and do the whole thing and then walk across the bridge. Nope. I execute a U-turn and then immediately, pull down there and park illegally in a clearly marked, do not park your zone. And
Like if you saw this, if you knew what was happening right now,
I'm going to take the parking ticket on this one. And I'm just outside the parking structure and I am making my way to the entrance, and I'm going to use another descriptive term that I may or may not have made up, or it may have been used before, but I think everyone will understand. Pinchy walk. So I am now pinchy walking to the entrance of the Stratosphere, enthusiastically, but rather rigidly. And I get through the entrance and I'm looking for the restrooms right inside the front door. They're off to the left. And I go to the restrooms. As I get into there, to my absolute dismay, all the stalls appear to be occupied. I am now at a point where another restroom is a bridge too far. And I am starting to assess my options when blessedly somebody comes out of one of the stalls, and I get in there and I execute what only can be called a photo finish. And as I am there and I am contemplating whether or not this is a happinger for my upcoming year, I while it ended in success, I don't know if I can handle this level of stress for the next 365 days. So I just really hope this is not setting the tone for my year to come. Oh, because I don't think physically or mentally I can handle
so
this.
much. That's so much.
Howdy ho, mental.
I guess the real question is how many old ladies playing slot machines did you crop dust on your way to the bathroom?
Yeah, the cancer zoo was not in full effect yet, so I was
Oh,
okay
the
on that one.
Cancer zoo.
Oh, that must have been a very satisfying few minutes, though, once you arrived.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
And I would like to tell our listeners what the definition of unpropitious means. It says of a circumstance not giving or indicating a good chance of excess, semicolon, unfavorable. So,
Thank you.
Oh,
Yes.
that's great.
I like our race
Wow.
weekends.
yeah, right.
Lemons in a nutshell. folks.
I barely made it to the toilet and it went downhill from there. Yeah, that's all right. Now, as
Oh,
listener,
you didn't get to go. You didn't get to go to yoga though. That's sad.
No, I didn't.
You can do it yourself. There's a bunch of YouTube yoga things you can do.
All he needs a floor.
There is, and
All you need
and
is a floor. A mat
could-
would
yeah.
be helpful.
yeah.
Kinda nice.
But I'll be there on Friday. It's fine. But I got up. I still feel good that I was committed enough to go to it. So, yeah. Now,
But you did
listener,
nothing.
as you have no doubt heard the voice and felt the comforting and peaceful presence of our guest, it's Corey Dickman. Now, Corey, we know what you were up to last night. So, sincerely, thank you for being here because I know how early it is. We're all in the same time zone. What you working on, Corey?
Well, the month of December is the season of cheese trays, meatballs, and tamales for me. So a lot of that.
Perfect follow-up to the toilet story.
Yes.
Awesome.
All the things. My season of tamales ended as we were getting on this show. My last tamale has been eaten for breakfast. So I cleaned up
For
the
now.
house this week. Yeah, that somebody hooked me up with another round pretty quick, I'm
Yep.
sure. Cleaning the house up to start the New Year's. I started taking the interior out of Matt's new Lemon's car and just threw a couple things up on Facebook, some door panels, and 3 people have asked me if I will drive to Southern California to deliver something I'm asking $50 for. I'm like,
Well, of course. Yeah.
no, I
And they're
don't
gonna
come
pay
that
you with
way.
a broken Xbox. And
Yeah,
And a squirrel.
When you get there, they're magically out of money, right? Yeah.
Yep.
It's if
So-
they're there at
Yeah.
all.
Yeah. And then I signed up for my first track day of the year, which is happening on Saturday up at Thunder Hill. So today I will be playing the car Tetris to get my BMW on the trailer and everything off and loaded up and get it cleaned up and ready to go. So that is my afternoon.
cool.
Busy.
That's quick.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm
Right.
jealous you got a track day that early. Man, that's
Man,
awesome.
Soon.
That's the benefits of living in California. It's,
It's terrible out. It's like
I
54.
held out to see the weather until yesterday, and I'm like, it's a good chance the weather's actually right, which it's going to rain on Friday, but Saturday should be like it is today, which is gorgeous, like in the low 60s. So
Awesome.
excited. Yeah.
Right?
excellent.
All right. For the first time in 2025, there it is. Now, our personal distaste for the old school shady ass automobile stealership is well documented, especially with good dealers and the dynamics of online purchasing. We don't put up with it. And it would appear that the Bezos thinks other people shouldn't either. According to Kristen Korazek at TechCrunch, Amazon is officially in the online car sales business. Now, last month, Amazon launched Amazon Autos, and that allows folks to find, order, and buy new cars, trucks, and SUVs from dealerships. The current primary online car sales from Auto Trader, Carvana, and CarMax only sell used vehicles. Customers browsing Amazon Autos will be able to buy new cars. The company says it plans to add leasing and expanded finance options next year. It is limited to Hyundai in 48 U.S. cities, but Amazon, 48 U.S.
Oh, all the
cities.
cities.
48 U.S. cities, but Amazon promises more of both, and that will be cities. More of both are coming in 2025. And the advantage, according to Amazon, is the price customers see at checkout is the price they pay, inclusive of all taxes and fee, but the sale will occur at a dealer.
Like Saturn.
Oh, I just feel like Amazon's not the cheapest game in town, right? Like, I don't think the deal's going to be that great versus a Costco club dealership to buy a car with. This will be interesting to see what kind of pricing that these guys come up with.
I think this is because it's taking place at an actual dealer. I think this is another nail in the coffin of that sketchy ass old school bait and just all the horrible tactics you hear. I feel like this is just going to be the end of that because they're between Costco and all this other stuff. There's just no reason anyone should have to go into a car dealership and spend 8 hours arguing with somebody.
Yeah, I agree.
It's also easy. People
It's
like
$5,000 more than you'd normally argue for 8 hours. It might be worth your time, but
I don't know. Amazon's cheapest on everything around here, at least. So yeah, and I can get it probably sooner than I could drive up to Walmart and buy it.
Yeah, the problem is then you have to buy a Hyundai.
Ouch.
Right. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, you couldn't get approved for Kia. Oh, no. No, sorry. If you can't get approved for Kia, you go buy a Nissan. That's worse.
Yeah, you get an
Right,
Altima.
right.
That's just how it works, baby.
Uh-huh.
I'm sure
Yeah.
Alfa Romeo and Jaguar are not far behind that on their sale list.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
Oh, well.
As we charge boldly into 2025, a few cars will be joining us. If this were the Oscars, there would be the in memorandum portion of the show. So pour some 40 weight.
Memoriam, but you know.
In memorandum, no?
No, sorry. I typed memorandum.
I'm
If
reading
she
as
said the
I-
wrong word, it's my fault.
It's even in
Memoriam.
quotes, so you've got to say it as it is, Chrissy.
I'm sorry. I'm reading the copy.
I'm the one who should be
apologize.
apologizing. Sorry. I may have been drinking. I don't know.
Whatever. We're pouring out some 40
Memorandum is
weight.
like notice, where
Yes.
memoriam is sadness. They're gone.
Anyway,
Okay.
Erin Marquis at Jalopnik is going to tell us the cars we lost in 2024. So we have the Audi A4 sedan, A5 coupe, and the A5 convertible, as and the R8 sports car, supercar. Excuse me, Bugatti Chiron. I was just going to buy one of those. Shoot. Unfortunately.
Yeah, yep. You
Chevy
hesitate, you
Malibu.
lose.
Oh, shoot. What are we going to do with
Wah, wah.
our cheap ego techs? Where are we going to get them now? The Fisker Ocean. Yeah, we figured that was going to be, once the factory was abandoned, we figured that was going to go. The Ford Edge, the Infiniti Q50.
Nobody cares about either of these. So yeah.
Oh,
No.
sorry. All the Jags.
Oh. You know, the people from Jag, they were stealing the towels out of the hotels when they left. So they need to stay a little low
Shame.
for a while, right? They're just gonna lay low so that no one knows what they're doing. Where's that bathtub from? I don't know, or bath towel or robe. I don't know.
That'd be amazing.
Sit over here.
Right,
But
the-
why do they get away with it, Chris?
Because they have a Jag. And just, why don't you settle up the bill? I'll just warm up the Jag.
All
Ah.
right, we have the Lambo Huracan. It's going to make way for the V8 hybrid Temirio.
Temerario.
Practice this.
Temerario.
Thank you.
It's Tim Mario.
Mario.
Tim Mario.
It's me and Mario. There we go. I'm looking at big.
That's much better than what I said. The Maserati Levante and Quattroporte,
Which makes our West Coast plan to bring a Lemons quality Maserati Quattroporte to the track
quality?
that much closer.
Quality.
I'm not kidding. One of these broke down in front of my house last week, and I thought I was going to end up buying it.
Yoink. I don't know where it went.
I need
Where did
this.
it go?
Backyard?
Shove it in the backyard. Done.
And
I know where
that's
it's at.
assuming he even bothers to come back for it. He's like, yeah, I'm done paying that to
It's
the note.
fine.
I mean,
The guy was like,
Yes.
this place has got nothing but cars on jack stands. I gotta get the fuck out of here.
Find it over here.
Come on. Aren't these littering every back lot of every buy here, pay here in Las Vegas? Like,
Oh, not just
Must
Las
be.
Vegas. We were within an hour of having one. It was in San Diego, and like all three of the West Coasters and Matt, like we were all on the case. Corey was talking to the person electronically. Matt was worried about was setting up storage and transportation, and I started looking into rental pickups and trailers because we were going
As
to
you
make this
do.
happen, and it was Lemons priced. And
I
the
didn't know
guy,
this happen.
he sold it 45 minutes before we got a hold of him.
Stop talking to us. And it went
So
away.
close.
So
It was so close.
So
Okay.
There will be
okay.
another.
I have more of a list here. Mini Clubman. If you want one, look for one of the 1,196 of the 2024 Clubman final editions. A Mirage.
Like, why is there not one of those in Lemons?
Because they're that bad.
Terrible.
They're 3-cylinder CVT. Like, yeah.
Yes, do it.
I know.
Make bad
Yeah.
choices. Go do it.
Well,
I know.
Somebody go do it.
They're all at the buy here, pay here lot. Again,
Right.
it's one of
Along
the
with-
Quattroportes. Right.
the Nissan Titan.
Titan? I like the
Titan.
Titan.
The
Titan.
The Titan.
Titan.
Nissan
That's what
Titan. Yeah.
The Titan or the GTR.
Aw.
Oh,
It's a
Right?
big,
Sad.
fast Maxima. That's how it
Oh,
how
yeah.
it drives.
Shoot.
Right,
The
Mental? We've driven
Titan
the
is how
GTR.
I will refer to that truck from now on. I never
Forever.
knew I needed to know that, and I'm so happy I do.
The Nissan
Yep.
Titan is what we're calling it. The
Nissan.
Ram. Well,
Nissan.
that's what it says, and that's how I'm saying it. The Ram 1500 Classic. All of them. You can get a Ram 1500, Ram 1500 RHO, blah 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 blah. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is
just the
they were still
classic is
selling.
gone.
The classic was still the 2017 last sold version. They were still just selling it because it was
Because-
cheap. They're like, oh, you don't want to pay the price for a normal Ram. Great. You can have this 8-year-old brand new one for less. That's again.
was that
Chrysler.
what they were equipping their fleets with, or just
Totally.
the entry level check? Yeah.
Both.
Okay.
Both. When you can't get approved for a normal for a Nissan Titan, you go get a Ram
can't get a Nissan
1500
Titan.
Classic, right? Yes.
Listeners,
Yep.
I know how to say it. That's what I said.
Don't ever
Yep.
say it any other way ever.
Oh yeah, but I
Nissan
feel like the majority of our listeners, even those who drive Titans, will start referring to them as Titans.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Making sure
It
people
is.
don't.
It
think
has been rebadged right now.
Yep.
it's a Titan. Okay. Anyway.
Great. So, hey, finally over to the Autopian, where Thomas Hundai walks us through the junkyard geniuses and a new swap trend. If you find a 2003 AMG E55, EMG, who knew?
EMG.
I need my heart tested. That's what it is, right? A CLK 55 or S55. Hey, then you find a manual Chrysler Crossfire, which really is a first-gen Mercedes SLK with a worse-looking body that were assembled by Carmen in Germany. And hey, you know what? They had that Mercedes V6 and a 6-speed manual transmission. JB Tracy points out that these are also available in the JK Jeep Wrangler, but because of part sharing, that particular manual transmission bolts right up to the Mercedes M113 V8 found in a ton of the early aughts AMG cars. So additional parts also bolt right in, and there are additional links to successful swaps. So go make fun manual V8 AMG things, because that can only go well. And really, if you put one in like an SLK, that thing's got a rip, really. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I'm curious because the M113 was based on the R129's, the 500 engine, or the 5-liter engine in that one. And
Which you have.
and on the subject of rapid depreciation, with neglect on there, those things are available stupid cheap around this area too. And if I wasn't already trying to purge so many projects, that would be a dumb idea to try in 25.
Yeah. Don't do it, because you can't get through like making a Honda Civic. Right?
No, I
So-
cannot. No, I
Okay.
cannot.
Of
Okay,
course,
got it.
you have so many projects.
Yep.
All right.
Speaking of terrible projects you shouldn't get,
New year, new you. No, just do you have something to sell? Do you have something that
Yes.
you want to get? Oh, hey, you do.
so does Mental.
Let's
just assuming.
get a pro membership for $24.98. That's 50%. Get 5 ad positions. You get higher placement, 50 photos, one video. Yeah. And it gets you early access to other listings, an official member designation, and $65 worth of upgrades. Click on the link in our show notes, and the New Year's started off with bang. Get it for you.
Do it.
Start
Do
your,
it.
sell your shit.
Yeah. Or
Sell
buy some
your
shit.
Buy some shit. Yeah.
Sure.
Joy scrolling. Do some joy scrolling.
But
Get off
sell.
your Facebook news cycle and go to Racing Junk, which will make you happier.
Sell your shit.
Yeah. I mean, who's not ready for the next project? Can you weld, or do you know someone who can? Corey? Are you looking to make new friends? Yeah, I'm going to drop something off at Corey's house. Weld this, please. Do you want to be flustered at 2 a.m. over expensive fiddly bits on a boring Bavarian machine? Well, naturally, we're talking about racing junk, and they've got you covered. Here is a 2006 BMW 325xi.
What?
Yes, it does run.
No.
In fact, it is daily driven. It has plates, registration, and it can be yours for a mere $500.
Why?
However, it does come with the obligation to provide the seller with a seat at a Lemons race. Given that in this ad, this sounds like a great way to make a new gearhead buddy. From the ad, quote,
We actually already have this, buddy. This is sold by our friend.
Chris said from the kitchen, this is awesome.
Right. Just getting
An
yourself
all-wheel
a new
drive
drink.
BMW.
Yes.
yeah, it's a but it's a Southern car, so there's no rust. The mechanical condition is ready for the track and track proven. You give them $500 in a stint in a Lemons race. It does a blistering 151 around NCCAR on 600 treadwear all season. So it's basically a Corvette. If you want a thrilling ride and need a nice crap can, then this is the crap can for you. This interior's already out, so it's ready for a cage, Corey. It's 4-wheel drive and a hoot on the gravel road. Oversteering, add throttle and the front pulls you through. Understeering, wait for the front end to bite and turn in the car. Trail brake harder, step the rear out. It does have a sunroof leak, which we're going to remove. And full disclosure, it has electrical problems because BMW. It works though, and it's got plates and it's on the road. It has a new EBC yellow stuff front pads, new rear pads, new spark plugs, new timing chain tensioner, new Vanos sensor, front diff service, rear diff service, tranny service, transfer case service, clutch bleed, new air filters, new shocks, new power steering fluid, fresh brake fluid. It is fluid, and it's been changed. Mileage will go up as he's still daily driving this outstanding piece of German engineering. And also, hit me up if you want to work a deal to take this thing to VIR for a weekend.
So it's got electrical problems and he daily drives it. And
Okay.
he's trying to convince somebody to give him $500 for the joy of finishing this failed project and driving
not
his,
selling
and then he gets to
it.
drive it at the end.
You're
I'm
not-
in.
I too
I'm
like to live
in.
dangerously.
Yes.
You're not selling it.
Sir, you have 20.
Yes.
Hit me.
I still feel like this is a good deal. This is a good deal like, for this car. It's $500. No, you're going to get the full Lemons experience with this one. You're going to make a new friend. You're going to learn something. You're not going to sleep a lot. You're going to spend a lot of time under the hood. And that's really, what more could you ask for at a Lemons race? I actually had to look up NCCAR. It is the North Carolina Center for Automotive Research, which is a lovely little track near Garysburg, North Carolina, and it is running as a nonprofit, which is hella cool. On a 620-acre site in CCAR is home to a 2-mile bi-directional road course, 2-acre vehicle dynamics area, a 7-acre dirt facility, and 2 miles of dirt trails for trucks and side-by-side. So we're going to have a link if you're anywhere near there. We're going to have a link and their website in our show notes because, more tracks. That's always a good thing.
I'm sorry, but no one buy this and bring it to Lemons. Do the Mirage instead. There's enough BMWs and Lemons.
Or buy this, bring it to Lemons, and then start thinking, it's a great idea, an early 2000s high mileage E55 AMG that I throw a Jeep transmission into. 0 fail.
No fail.
Yep.
Not going to say I didn't copy that link, just saying.
All right. Upcoming races. There are none.
No.
No.
Nope, not for the next month, but we have the next schedule. February looks like the start of everything. So February, I think 1st and 2nd is probably the first time that we're going to
Lemons at Barber. Absolutely.
races. So here we go.
Yep.
Baba.
Till then, we
Right.
have race results.
Recent results. We had Champ Car at Sebring December 28th and 29th, just this past weekend. Saturday, A class and overall winner was Whiskey Tango Foxtrot in a 91 Miata. That's very boring. Second overall, Class B was flat out Nemesis. Oh, I'm sorry. A Class 91 Miata was second overall. Class B was flat out Nemesis and an '09 Miata. They were the overall winners. Class C, third overall, ATL Speedworks in a 99 Boxster. Class D, Floridiots in an 85 944. Class F was MO Motorsports in a Dangle Camaro.
On Sunday, A-Class Whiskey Tango Foxtrot again and again. They were second overall. And the same B Flat Out Nemesis '09 Miata, but this time they were fifth overall. Class C was Average Joe's in a, wait for it, '06 Miata, and they were the overall winner. Class D went to K-Wood Racing in a 98 SC400, and F was Mo Motorsports in that danged old Camaro again.
They think they need to revisit their classing, considering how close the different. That doesn't seem like it was
Fifth
well
overall?
classed.
No, like really, you should see, but also I think it shows something about their competitors obviously look at a rule book as a tool. And okay, I'm going to build this right to the absolute limits and then execute smart strategy. Our buddies, Fat Crack Racing, were down there too, teething out their new S2000, and they were doing great in their Accord until the alternator gave out on Sunday. But yeah, they had a good time, and they're all locals to Sebring, so they like going to that track.
Okay.
Great.
Listener feedback. On our last video, the Scrotium wrap up at Paul Jan 2521 noticed seems like all the roll cage stories now have heroic fixes if Sierra College is there, and if they're screwed, they're not.
Fair.
Right.
That's fair. And a similar discussion regarding this episode ensued on the Facebooks. DJ914 mentioned, "This is a great episode, and Timber is a great storyteller. Now, it does help that it appears the race was a solid show." And Matt Baranchek said, "That Road Atlanta usually is."
Now DJ914 also added Merry Christmas to you four. So thank you.
And the Stankinator said, "I'm always a bit bewildered when I hear about cages that fail that badly. At least 90% of the How to Not Fail book is literally elementary school level reading. And I can't imagine anyone who has so much as seen a tool failing to understand the remaining portion." Well, Tyler, you have a brain and some problem solving and critical thinking ability, and that your expectations about the rest of the general populace are inappropriate.
Well, you read the book, and maybe these people don't know the book exists.
No, I think
Then
the missing
they're
tool,
too stupid to race.
They are the tool. That's the problem.
Missing tool. All right, Michael K added some experience. Cage builder has to be Cage builder has to be willing to look at it to follow it. Most of the cages we have repaired at the track are not 360 welded and spreader plates, upper tube joints, harness bar, and in the wrong place. Those are usually fixable. The ones that we don't fix at the track are obviously built for a different type of racing, mostly dirt track, where they are just plain need to be redone because one element is not right.
Not just one element's not right, because not one single element
Not
was
one
correct.
element.
All of
is
the
right.
elements are bad.
You've got one element wrong, and it's the entire cage.
if Krinsler looks at your cage, he goes, "No, I can't fix that. You're screwed. Cut it out. Start over, bud. You're not." Yeah, your cage builder did not follow Tyler Stank's advice and read the coloring level book that tells you how not to do it. Yeah,
Chrissy,
it's
like
so
that
easy.
Integra we found at the junkyard that had a quote roll cage. That this thing was the most tragic set of like fence posts welded together I've ever seen in my life. It was so bad. Didn't Pagel make that the cover of his like?
I think
if
so.
John
He
Pagel
did.
does it six,
It might
it works.
still be.
Right, because it was so bad. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
That's
so
amazing.
I included that discussion. If you're listening to this episode because you're considering getting into lemons racing, all right, and you go to a cage builder who quote knows all about building race cars, make sure that they are willing to follow that rule book. Because if they're just going to do it on their own, you are going to waste thousands of dollars. It's just not worth it. Shifting gears though, I got my shipment of beloved Chrissy's mom's cookies the day after Christmas. I posted that to the gram and Facebook.
I cookie monstered Tim Burr's shipment of Chrissy's
Did
mom.
you? That's great. I'm so
Cookies last night.
I did the same
Thank
thing.
you.
Mine lasted like they didn't even last 2 days.
Thank you, Chrissy's
Oh,
mom.
you're welcome.
And Jeff Wakeman added, I got mine on Christmas Eve and they are amazing. Big fragile sticker on it.
And Carl Applegate noticed, brilliant idea, using marshmallows as edible packing
We
peanuts.
do that.
It is.
Yes.
I shook each one of them, make sure that they didn't like shake apart.
Yeah, and they're not.
There was
stale,
only
by the
there was
way,
only
but-
one broken cookie in the entire thing. That's
Sorry.
That's
amazing.
because of the marshmallows, right?
It's amazing.
Oh yeah,
I
it's
mean, I try.
fantastic. Hmm. Yes.
I try. I mean, mom doesn't do them by herself. Just saying. She has helpers. Also, DJ 914.
I eat the broken ones. That's how I.
And my sister eats the burnt ones, and yeah, and then sometimes they don't turn out, and then everybody else gets to eat
That's
them.
quality control right there. That's
Right?
just how you do
It's
it.
important.
Yeah.
DJ 914 says, "Hi, Chrissy's mom, and Merry Christmas to everybody."
Oh.
Hi, Chrissy's mom.
I hope she did not have a. I got to scroll back up and learn the word again. I hope. I hope that Chrissy's mom did not have a propitious
Unfair.
start to her
Unpropitious,
new year.
yes.
Yeah, unpropitious start to her new year.
Chrissy's
I hope
mom-
she had a delightful and happy start to her new year.
She did, but she gave us some in-person listener feedback for Tim.
Uh-oh.
Oh God.
She's upset because she wants you to know that gray is in fact a color.
All right. Fair. Noted. I know. I got a lot of it. Thanks, Chrissy's
Okay.
mom.
Yeah.
if
pointed
any
to his
other
head.
human being had made that assessment, we would fight it tooth and nail. But
Yeah.
we will happily
It's
accept
like her
that.
favorite color. So
Yeah.
Yes.
I should
No.
stick that.
Oh,
Too loud, honey.
nah.
No.
It's main.
Do it again. Super loud.
It's main topic time. No.
Sure.
Yeah.
Close enough.
Love it.
So it's our new year. It's New Year's Day. It's a new year. It's 2025. And as we do every year,
Hey.
we have a show talking about goals, both of how many we failed to achieve last year and some new ones that we're going to fail to achieve in the new year. So, hey, it's a good story. It's fun to talk about, to see how we are just terrible. But in the meantime, how was everyone's Christmas? And did you get anything interesting? Corey.
Well, Santa brought me a garbage disposer that I didn't know that I needed until a couple days before
Is it a
Christmas.
garbage? Garbage King 8000 though?
No, it's an InSinkerator 1 horsepower.
Well, at least you get a full horsepower out of it. You
Got
can
a
start
full
putting tree
horsepower out of it.
branches down there.
Exactly. Yes.
Said it
I
will
was going to
shred
go like
bones,
that.
so I'm in.
Like that.
Yeah.
It was that
Shred
episode of Home
bone?
Improvement when
No,
he's
I'm
asking for a
in.
spark plug for his garbage disposal. Garbage disposal don't have spark plugs. Oh, mine does.
Mhm.
That's what he figures at Corey's house.
Vroom, vroom.
And then I got myself a track day from Santa, late, but
That was nice of him.
nonetheless, it was nice of
Well,
him to do
Santa
that for
wanted to
me.
make sure the weather was going to work.
Yeah, and then I found a Hot Wheels GMC Cyclone, which I'm just infatuated with those
Ooh.
cyclones and typhoons. So I was very happy to have found that just randomly looking for like Christmas gifts for the
Is
nephews
it? Is
and
it?
nieces.
Let us see it. Is it there? Like hold it
It's
up.
in the
or
front room.
something.
I'll go grab it here in a
Okay.
second.
All
Of all
right.
people,
As it-
Corey,
as-
I'm surprised you haven't made one out of like a 96 Oldsmobile Bravada, which is basically a Cyclone without the turbo.
I was just
kinda
gonna
bizarre.
say,
I
has
figured you
anyone
would have made
brought-
one by now.
Brought something like the look-alike to Lemons yet?
Nope.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Chris had the spreadsheet build plan for
of
a
the
great one.
96 Bravada Cyclone, essentially replica, but it's an Oldsmobile, which is hilarious. And I think you could make a reasonably competent car out of them, but I got tired of working on S10s and building new cars. So anybody really wants to know, I'll tell you all about it. But
That would be
There it is.
magical.
yep. Great. Who
Chris,
else?
what did you get?
I got a new welding helmet that's amazing. It is a
The one you talked about on our gift.
Yeah,
Yeah.
give you?
Yeah.
Oh, hella
That's
sweet.
the one I got, the A60, whatever. It's amazing. And I will just tell you, just wear the cheater lenses. Just do it. I don't care if you're not an old man like us and you can see, still wear the cheater lenses. It helps with your welding. And a quality welding helmet that's not the $49 Harbor Freight one makes your welds better. Yeah. Just do it. I also got a very nice light that is not quite the sun, but close to it, that plugs into Makita battery packs. So that's fun. And a couple other nice little things. So it was great.
Awesome.
Chrissy, what'd you get?
I got some lovely earrings. I was looking for some studs that were not just one big rock, and they're lovely. I'm not wearing them right now because I have headphones on. I did not get any race gloves, and I did not get the Nipix pliers that I was looking for, but that's okay. Birthday's coming.
Sure is.
Yay.
That's right.
Soon.
It is almost E1R birthday season. Tim, when is your birthday?
I'm July 31st.
Ooh.
So I'm
Okay, so yeah, you're-
mid-season.
All right.
Mid-season.
Because we have like 3 weeks in a row where it's birthday. It's awesome. All right.
Great.
What did
Mental,
you get?
or Tim. Yeah, Tim, what'd you get?
I got I have the ST5 helmet, and I got the hydration system for the helmet.
Really? I'm interested to see if you ever
Yeah.
use it, because I had mine built into my ST5 when I got it, and I've never used it ever.
Really?
And I'm interested to see how you like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I hate having to try to shove like a water bottle straw up in my helmet to have a drink when the entire racetrack goes full course yellow for 15 minutes. So I'm looking forward to being able to sip on that and then send radio
Yeah,
messages.
it's right there. You just got to
Yeah.
put your finger up in and
Yeah, I want to send radio messages to Corey and be like, my water bottle is not working.
yes.
And I
Where
won't
go with my
answer you
feet?
because I had a radio that failed,
I
of
have-
course, right?
I have problems with my drink. With
I
the
have
drink
problems
is
with my
not
drink.
working.
My drink bottle is on the floor.
Go faster. Shut up.
There's
Right.
something in the pedals.
There was one team that I know of that rigged the windshield washer wiring to a washer pump for a drink. Like they had a powered drink in their system. So they had the hose, and then when they just put it in their mouth and pull the washer fluid stock, and it would activate a pump that would squirt water into their mouth.
Wow, that's so
Not
much.
stupid.
There's
Dumb
plenty of people
ways
that
to
just
die.
there's so many people
How
that don't even.
How did he
drink
drown in the race car? Well, it's a long story.
Well, there was a lot of oil on the windshield, and he got one of the switches mixed up. We don't know.
People that don't have any water at all, let alone something that is actually powered like that.
Powered.
Oh,
I also got actually one of the things on our gift show. My wife
What?
must have saw my list. She got me that 5-piece magnetic tool set, which is really
Excellent.
cool. It's got one of them's got a little LED light on it, so
oh
It'll be-
yeah.
it'll be fun to use that when I'm suffering on working on one of my broken pieces of
I'll
crap.
say, if you're fiddling around in that Corvette, not a lot of space in there. Yeah.
No, that's for sure. I got a new Lemons logoed shirt, which was cool, and I've got an all-purpose pen. It's a pen that's got a bottle opener in the middle of it. It's got a ruler on it. It's got an LED light. You unscrew it, and it's got a little tiny screwdriver in it. So
So you got a
all the
Swiss Army
things.
knife?
I got a
Pen.
Swiss Army pen.
Okay.
Wow.
I used to
Nice.
have
Right
a
well?
pen built into it, and it was a terrible pen.
Totally.
It does it right well. Yeah, that's
No,
that's
it doesn't
irrelevant,
write at all.
Corey. Yeah.
Nothing but this gel roller pen for me. The rest of them can all
Right,
die.
Oh,
This man speaks the truth. But
just
Mental.
tape it to a bottle opener. You'll be fine.
Yeah, totally. What'd
yeah.
you
I'm
get?
just gonna make what Tim has is with tape.
Oh, so I got a new smartwatch, which I didn't know I would enjoy as much as I have. So it like actually tracks all my movement and heart rate and stuff like that. That's awesome. So it's
So
been
you can know, shit, I didn't move today. Damn it.
Right?
yeah, exactly. You know, watch comes up. Are you
200
dead?
Right?
Seriously?
200 steps. Great
Yeah.
job, friend.
I got two new pairs of Chuck Taylors, and Mrs. Mental got me a lovely set of over-the-ear Bluetooth headphones for when I run. These are actually really nice, and they carry a charge forever, and they're not intrusive like the in-your-ear headphones. So I don't get run over because I didn't hear the car coming. I'll get run over for a completely different reason. So that'll be great.
Are they
like that one.
over the ear? Like I got Chrissy ones that actually sit on the bone of your ear and leave your ear
Ear.
canal open entirely.
These don't
which-
sit on the bone. They
different-
kind of hang over, and they
Got it.
leave the ear canal open, and they broadcast downward, and then they're weighted on the back of your ears to keep them in place.
Cool.
So
All right, so now we got to get to the goal stuff.
Okay.
Holding ourselves
Ugh.
accountable, which is always the worst part. Oh no. Oh, when I think past me was so optimistic, isn't it? Uh-huh. Yeah, past me didn't do me any favors. All right, I'm going to start us off. First goal that I had: win B in the Mazda. Check. Done.
Yeah.
Please and thank you.
Yep.
I'm very happy about that. Next, sell the MG. No. Anyway, do more house exterior work. I didn't do much exterior work in the house, but there's reasons for that. So
But didn't we do the stoop?
the stoop I did in November, so I did it at the very end of 2023.
Oh, okay.
So that doesn't count.
Fine.
I was going to do my tractoring
try,
work,
Chrissy.
and now I'm not going to do my tractoring work for reasons. So anyway, get Civic to race ready. Check. Civic is totally race ready, has run a race, has been successful. Car's amazing. Don't let your brake pads fall out. That's,
Did you add brake pads?
I did. I put, that's the best part. Past me was so good that Past me had a complete new set of brake pads in the spares box that was in the car. So when the brake after the brake pad pedal, I'm like, oh,
Don't
look, here's
lose
some
that.
brand new SC43s. Thanks. In. Yeah.
Yes.
But Civic is completely rest ready, ready to go. And hey, if you're interested in an incredibly fast K24 swapped Civic with a cage, let me know. It's super clean.
Seem like
It's
you might have a
too nice.
sponsor that you might be able to post that up if you're like a professional.
That's true.
That's great.
Flash sale. Flash sale. Flash sale.
This is in the pre-sale. This is the
Pre-sale.
pre-sale.
This is the pre-sale.
notice.
Only.
Because
Exactly.
sometimes
Yes.
you can sell things nicely in the pre-sale only to people who are in the know. It's not going to be
Yeah.
cheap, but you're getting your money's worth because
Yeah.
damn it,
And this
car
is-
is not good.
That is not a car for someone who's just starting.
No.
No.
You better be experienced. Now I've not.
It is a black diamond car.
Yes, there you go. That's a great phrase. And honestly, like probably just too nice for lemons. If you're looking
Oh,
for
it is.
something interesting, like the Grid Life Touring Cup, I think this car would absolutely crush in that. Or if
Well,
you're
it's a
looking at
wide
some-
body K24 swap 93 Civic with a really nice
Yes.
cage. So yes,
Mhm.
yes, yep.
So yeah, fantastic. Yeah, an exhaust system that could is bigger than sewer pipes. It's
It is.
fantastic.
I wanted to do one track night in America in the Boxster. I did not. Nope.
Oh,
Forgot that was on the
No.
schedule.
The Boxster keeps having old Porsche problems. Who knew? Right? Yeah. Right now is an oil leak, and I'm like, I don't know where this is leaking from because it's coming
Smells
from the
bad when you
front.
get out of
What is
it.
in the front? I don't. There's
Nothing.
nothing. There's nothing oily in the front. How are you leaking, you stupid German thing? And I
Bad
would
Power
Power
oil.
steering rack.
No, nothing. No, coming from like above, like up high, but there's nothing there. That's what's weird. I don't get it. And stupid German car. I'd probably like the car better. It's a fine car, but I'd like it better if I didn't own an NSX. And I do.
So much.
And the NSX is just so incredibly superior in every single way that okay. Anyway.
I feel like Chrissy, well, like when she needs some alone time, she just goes out in the garage with an eyedropper of oil and just goes.
This will keep him busy for a couple days this week.
Oh, so there you are, spouse. If you're listening to this show, you're being forced to listen to this show as you are commuting someplace. You have just figured out the secret to getting yourself some alone time. An eyedropper, some used oil. Yeah.
Or a bolt.
Oh, that's so a bolt. An important one, a large one.
Good call.
I'm so glad my wife does not listen to this show.
I do not do that.
Next on my list was continue plenty of travel. I think that we can say that is success. We've done plenty of travel.
We did.
It's been great.
Yep.
Run outside more frequently.
Did not do that.
Did not.
No.
Various assorted things in my body are getting old and
no.
crutchy.
Or excuses. Really,
excuses.
just
that helps too.
You're really.
I don't know what the next one is, so that's fine.
Private pilot's license.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, didn't get that. Damn it.
Oh.
I love how Mental added that.
Thanks,
know what
Mental.
No, I didn't. I knew what it meant.
I didn't remember what I
I'm
put.
just gonna rub it in.
I
Yeah.
don't have
don't
a
know
private
what that
pilot's
means.
license. I'm not rubbing in shit. Wait till we get to my scorecard. It's a big fat zero.
Yeah, I still need to. I do need to do that. That is important. I keep trying to fly the
You
damn
are-
plane, and then there's some combination of weather and instructors and planes
Timing.
and
Yep.
other schedule and timing that just keep it not going, and it's so frustrating. Like I'm so
Maybe
sick
this
of this.
year.
I just want to get it over with and get the stupid card, and then I have it, and you can't take it away, and that's better.
And then we'll fly.
Unless I crash or do something terrible, then they can take it away.
Crash
But
and
you
a
got to
half. No,
really do it.
Don't do
right.
that.
Don't do that at all.
No.
Anyway. All right.
Anyway,
Actually, I think
Chrissy.
they don't take
No.
it away. I think they just stamp invalid on it or something.
Yeah.
Black flags while flying are really not good.
Invalid. He's an
No.
invalid. Anyway, mine list was short and amazing. Winby, done. See more of the
Ta-da!
world, done. Long handstand. I think I might even add that to the next year. I didn't do that.
All right, because we've seen like there's lots of beach handstands, or those
yeah,
not long
pictures.
handstands.
They're not
They're
Because if
not,
long.
they're
it's-
not long.
By my scale, if it's long enough for someone to take a picture, that's a long handstand.
I mean, those
Agreed.
pictures you see on social media are.
I don't tell you how many
Yes.
pictures you take.
And if I get Chrissy in the swing of going up and over, but I get her at picture at just the right spot, then it counts.
This is how sausage is made. Sometimes
Yep.
they're not very long. It's not like I'm just hanging out there and he's like, oh, you know what? Let me just take a
I should go
picture.
get my camera.
Right, she's been there for like 20 minutes. I should really take a picture of this.
Anyway, that's not how it works. But I should put that back on my list and learn something other than French. I don't think I did that. I'm still with my French streak, but yeah, that's my list.
You're up
Well,
to like
you-
a billion days now.
Billion
you-
days.
Pretty
Yes,
much.
well, yeah, Duolingo loves to remind me of that. Chrissy's celebrating her 2,347-day streak. Yeah,
It's not. It's
Oh,
not that big.
I'm back
I'm
to 10.
logging
That's
right
great.
now.
All right.
1800, right?
There's
you-
5 of us on the show, and 3 of us are learning different languages. Like
Right?
not the same.
9.
New languages, but
Eight.
not the same.
1,893 days. Oh, it's everybody's like, Tim went to the Ruby League. I was like, good for freaking
Was ist
you.
kein Problem.
Right? 1,893 days. Anyway, still learning French.
Más cervezas, por favor.
Ah, which, okay, yeah, you're good.
Dos más.
Más cervezas and
Dos más, por favor.
Dos
Gracias.
más.
Lo siento,
donde,
lo siento.
English.
donde
English.
está, donde está el baño, por favor.
Right?
Yeah.
El baño. Or the
Well, you just
Baño.
do the American
Más
thing and just
importante.
talk louder.
Más Oh.
Más rápido, más rápido.
They don't, how do you say? I ate a whole lot of spicy food last night.
Fuego.
El fuego.
Comer muy en fuego comida.
Me culo y fuego.
I go and just point to your stomach.
On fuego. Mas picante. Mas
Mal.
picante.
Oh,
Marriage.
off the rails. Here we go.
Oh,
No es bueno. No es bueno.
I should
Es
order a
importante.
burrito. Sounds
Right
delicious
now.
right now. Is DoorDash going? Uh,
Oh,
Okay.
Okay.
Well, on that note, mental.
Right?
How about you?
if you're feeling bad about your score, Chris, understand that your score makes me feel better about my score. So my last year's goals, the first one was a carryover from 2023, and it was have all of my vehicles running and get rid of what I could not fix, promoting projects to toys. And I have to give myself a nope, but I'm going to qualify that with I made a good effort because I got rid of a lot of projects and I fixed some, but I gathered three
You
more
tried.
projects.
Chris says, you tried.
I tried. I tried.
Pay for effort.
You tried.
However, the projects that I gathered of the three, two of them came to be running and are still running. So yeah, I'm moving. The Uber is circling the neighborhood. It just hasn't got to my house yet. So we are.
I'll say this, mental. If your goal is to eat an entire elephant and you only eat 3/4 of it, that's a hell of an effort.
And that was a big friggin' elephant. So yeah, a lot of
Yes.
projects are no longer in my driveway. Thank you, Tim. All right, make me feel better. I wanted to try 2 new forms of motorsports, like a dirt track or demo derby or something, and no, nope, didn't do it. Now the carryover win B in the 3. Yeah, no, I didn't do it. I mean, the 3 won B. And I just had absolutely nothing to do with that. In fact, if anything, I made it harder. I made it a lot harder.
You had
Like
a-
early
you
on, I
added a roadblock.
kneecapped the
Delayed.
entire effort.
You added
Delayed
a
the
roadblock.
effort.
Yeah.
We just
So,
got to be
yeah.
clean all weekend. Lap 2, clang.
Okay. It was like 20 minutes in. All right. Not lap 2.
Oh, thank you, Corey.
Come here, mental. You look like you need a hug.
We've all
I
been
do.
there.
I need a hug.
Wow. That went south. So
All right.
fast.
I wanted to get my 914 running and driving and take it to the show called Luftkult in April and have it submitted for display. I did actually put it in for submission. And then when it didn't get picked, I went ahead and gave in to the while I'm in there itis. So yeah, no. So none of that happened. Not even close. In fact, if anything, I got farther away from it.
Oh.
I wanted in the world of fitness to move from an endurance mindset to flexibility. And I did move away from an endurance mindset. I did not move to flexibility. I moved into a couch kind of mindset.
But
So
yoga,
that's-
yeah.
yes, no, I'm starting that one. That's great. I wanted to do a track night in America in the Miata or a time trial. Yeah, no, the Miata, which is probably a good thing. The Miata did not see a track at all. I mean, like, except from the parking lot all year. Be a better veteran. And I'm going to give myself a push on this one because I did help out some veteran stuff on this one. And I'm working with some local stuff. I'm going to be helping out an old buddy who's in town with a business. And, I have made good effort in that area. Just that's always one of those things. But now my mindset and awareness, while I think I misled myself early in the year, which led to some problems. I'm getting there now, and I'm just working on trying to be better about that one, and just be more appreciative for the things in my life because I do believe I'm a blessed person. So go on with that one, but also both of those are journeys, not destinations, and just keep it up. Don't measure myself on that one. But now, Tim, Corey, you guys were not with us last year. Did you have New Year's gold? And if you did, how do you feel you did on those? Help us out because
Can't be
we've got
worse than ours. So.
right. Yeah,
Right.
like Chrissy's all positive, but me and Chris are like really just bringing down the batting average.
So for me, I really wanted to keep that El Camino running all year because we got our butts kicked with it for like the 2 previous years, and we did it. It's tired, but it starts and it moves under its own power until I want to mess with it. So
Yes.
I'll call that a win. I really wanted to spend a lot of time in the GMW doing track days and grenaded it at Lucky Dog in June and literally the first time I thought about a track day was about 2 weeks ago in the car when I got it finally tuned. So it was down for 6 months, and the Elky is just too expensive to run on those types of things. So yeah, and then purging
With
of
great
projects.
power comes great responsibility.
Yes.
I think is yes.
We took the Togen down to Chris Overzet. I finally decided that I was never going to get to it and got tired of moving it around my driveway. So I won on that front. I think right now I just have the Lucky Dog car and the El Camino. So
All right. I do want to take some of our readers may not listeners may not have been around when you were talking about the Togen project. So this is the Pontiac Togen. This thing is amazing. It was meant to be a Ferrari fighter, and this is a real thing, limited, highly collectible. Like many GM products of the 80s, it did not live up to its promise, but it is frigging amazing. This is just the coolest car. And there it is on track in 2022. And here it is again with the unforgettable Neil Losi, totally in character. For that
Neil's gotten some
weekend.
mileage out of that outfit. It's this
Three-time
blue suit
effing
with no shirt.
champion.
Right.
Yes, three-time national effing champion Neil Losi. That Togen is just so friggin' cool. So, yeah. And I think by taking it to Overzet, it is in the hands of someone who appreciates what that machine is. We'll have a link to the Pontiac Togen in the show notes if you want to just absolutely bury yourself in some GM 80s Miami Vice era awesomeness.
Also, the first winner of the Halloween Meets Gasoline.
I'd forgotten that. That's
Provenance
right.
right there.
Yeah.
We should
Yeah.
have won
Yes.
for years and years before.
It might as well be called the 3 p.m. Memorial.
I would say
Halloween
it's the
Festival.
first. It's the first one on the West Coast, because actually, that December at Sonoma, they gave us the Halloween Meets Gasoline in the satellite along with the IOE and gave us a check for it to tell
Ah,
everybody it was coming.
cool.
that's right.
Like a
Yeah.
preview.
Yeah, so it was an unofficial Halloween Meets
Free
Gasoline.
surprise check. Got it.
Yeah,
So
I extorted it out of Jay.
Corey
Yeah, so
won
yeah.
both.
Well, I'll say to cover the gas in that Plymouth satellite alone, you know, that one thing wasn't at El Camino levels of consumption, but it wasn't a miser either.
No,
And then you
it
let
was-
Randy drive it.
Oh my goodness. The video of Randy driving that thing in the rain is ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Yeah,
Flicking that thing around like passing BMWs. Like, what is happening right now?
so good. So yeah,
Hey,
those
man.
are what I made up right before we started. That's all I got.
Cool.
Well,
Timmy,
Corey and
how
I,
about you?
we had two big goals for the Elko, and we got both of them actually last year. So we really wanted to get IOE in that car, and we really wanted to win Class C, and we did both of those things in back-to-back races. Now it cost us thousands of dollars in replacement parts to do that.
And fuel.
Like,
Yeah.
And fuel.
burning. But yeah, I don't even want to talk about consumables. I'm talking about like the drivetrain was a consumable in that car last year.
Not great.
It was not great. Yeah, really
Oh.
expensive pieces of wood.
Well,
But,
and then we capped it off with a top 10 finish or start at Button Willow on Sunday and finished 11th overall. So like we were running for
That's epic.
like Class B
Epic.
like levels. Like we thought we were really going to pull it off, and then there's one BMW that was like 5th overall. We're like, oh, we're never going to catch these guys like 30 laps unless they blow up, and they unfortunately didn't.
Yeah, I did think about giving him the bumper on one turn, but I didn't.
Nice of you.
I don't want to scratch my bumper.
Yeah, I don't want to soil my bumper with your Bavarian BS.
I didn't feel anything. I don't know I don't know
hit,
what
hit
happened.
something. No, do you see any marks on the car? No, me either.
No, no.
Yeah,
Must
Moving
have been
on.
his fault.
you scratched my rust.
Oh,
All
right, so-
I also wanted to do more judging, which I did.
you did
And
plenty
I
this year.
really,
did.
really enjoyed
like
it.
nationwide.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, it's all over the place. It's
Wood. What
24
can't
hour.
it do?
It's all over the
And,
place.
and a shout out to Uncle Dave Uncle Dave sent me a little Christmas package, which I love, and Dazzle has some new friends for this year, which you will see in the penalty box. We got Jeffrey the giraffe. Hi, everybody. And I haven't got a name for this guy yet, but I think this is going to be the mean-spirited guy. So
Yes.
if you see
so
this
happy.
one,
Oh, no, but
I've
you
got-
should put eyebrows on him, like angry
Oh.
eyebrows.
would you like eyebrows?
Yes.
Yeah, I want eyebrows.
Yeah.
I like eyebrows.
Oh, he
Mhm.
looks like an angry opossum.
Oh.
Or,
Yeah.
right.
So-
yeah, I was going to say for
so-
our podcast listeners, we need to tell him
Yes,
what we're talking,
it's
what we're looking at.
Tim has his hand up the butts of two plush toys. One is a lovely, nice, friendly giraffe. The other one does look like an
Oi.
opossum. Yeah, that's the giraffe.
the giraffe. It's so nice to meet you. What did you
Yes.
do to get into the penalty box? And then this guy, I don't have a voice for him yet, but it's gonna be
It's gonna be
Probably.
gravelly.
It's
gonna be- You know the voice you started with this morning.
Yeah,
That's it.
That's probably it. I love that.
I've been up all night drinking. And
Yeah,
smoking
well,
cigars.
I'd love to say I'm surprised to see you here, but I'm looking at this card. I ain't surprised at all.
Just get a Sharpie out. Put some
Oh,
eyebrows
God.
like this, like Jeff Wakeman angry.
Yeah.
Or drawing eyebrows on babies. Love doing that.
I might name him the Wakeman. He might be his name.
Because Jeff is mean and
Oh,
grumbly.
if you guys all remember the chorizo team, it was Cholos and Baby Carlos, and all over that car was Baby Carlos with the angry eyebrows on
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah, those guys were great. I hope to see them again.
Oh, my Latina wife was watching that wrap up video, and Eric kept saying chorizo, and she just looks up and goes, "Dear God, could he be any more white?"
He is from Illinois.
Yes.
Yeah,
And his name is
exactly.
Eric.
Oh.
Oh well.
Well, another goal I had was to get back in shape. I will give myself a B- on that. I have started doing more things. Running. I plan on doing something really dumb. So I've done 2 Ironmans, and I want to do a third.
Oh.
So,
Like full length out, full length.
the whole
Real-
140.6.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
you hate yourself. Got
All
it.
right, so
I do.
I'd like to point out that the first noise came from the most fit member of this podcast,
I
the person who
mean, but
works
I
out like
don't
3
do
times a
that.
day. Yeah.
I worked out for
It's
2
it's a
hours
it's a
yesterday.
horrible idea.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
terrible
it is.
idea.
Awesome.
But
I mean-
secretly, my motivation for doing this is when I was in Ironman shape, I could get in the car for like 6-8 hours and be fine. So I want to Ironman a lemons race and run the entire race
Ooh.
by myself. So this is kind of training for that.
Oh, well, that hydration system will help. You just need
Yeah.
now you're
Yeah.
going to just need
I
a
need
piddle pack for the driver's
yeah.
suit.
Exactly. So
Which
I'm not-
for those who don't know, that's so you can pee and not soil yourself while you're driving.
You just put a condom catheter with a hole in the floor. That's all you
Oh,
need, right?
no, and
I'm not-
no, and no.
I'm not committing
No.
to that for 25,
No, no.
but I'm thinking
I don't want to be judging
20
when he gets black flagged. We saw fluid leaking from under the car. I'm not
Yep.
talking to him about that. I'm not.
Sure
I'm
was.
not- I'm-
First
no,
time I
no,
could actually
no.
relax enough to relieve myself. Don't
Be
worry
like-
about it.
why don't you check that?
Yellow
Make,
flag.
check that on the floor. Make sure it's not oil.
I don't know. What does it smell like?
Oh no.
Do you have antifreeze in this car? Sure
No.
don't.
Sure don't.
So my big fail was I really wanted to learn to weld this year, and I didn't. Like, not even close. So that is on my 25. That's a
If only you had a friend that you built cars with who was really good at welding and could show you how to weld. Who
Really
knows?
just that
Two-
like 80-mile difference that's really
Yeah.
keeps us from doing more dumb
Two
stuff.
good friends because you also
Gates.
spend a good deal of time down at the Driven Garage.
Mhm.
Yes,
Yep.
Judge
So-
Jeff, and God, that is a playground. I love that shop.
The place is
Yeah.
awesome.
Mhm.
Place is awesome. Can't wait to
On
get
the
the
odd
weld
chance
going.
that you're extremely wealthy and you want a personalized hot rod built, contact a driven garage. You are not going to
Mhm.
find anyone better.
Yep.
All right.
All right. Well, we have done rather poorly overall.
Yeah. As we do.
Yeah.
On brand.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's on. These were well-informed bad choices for our New Year's goals.
Yep. Don't make our same mistakes, listeners. That was the entire premise of the show originally to start. Is we have made so many mistakes. We'd prefer some people that we know don't make those.
Learn from our mistakes.
I just
Yeah.
prefer not to make goals. Then you can't be let down.
I mean, you have a
True.
whole list here. So what you're starting, which is
Yeah,
really,
and-
this
and
is
So
not,
next
you've
up,
already
Corey Dickman.
failed on your not making
this is
goals.
not great.
It's
Gonna hold
not
you
my fault you put me
accountable.
first in line here.
You do it.
Well, after all the disappointment that we suffered ourselves, we need to start something different.
Oh,
So, Corey,
so yeah.
what are
Lead
your
us through
goals
our
for
2025, Corey?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I just got a new job, so I want to improve my skills and get better at that over the next year. And so that's huge.
Congratulations.
Thank
Yes.
you. I want to take some actual vacation. Every bit of time that I take off is usually brings me to a racetrack. And so I want to take more of my Thanksgiving week off and not do race car things, just do other things and get back out there again.
Would recommend.
Yeah, and I want more like track time, day track adventures where I'm not prepping a car for a whole race weekend as well. So hopefully,
So I too
hopefully
have suffered the
GMW.
burnout.
Yes. I was really on a good track last spring. I think I was at Thunder Hill for like 3 months every other weekend. Like it was
Wow.
dumb. And then I blew up my car and had no car to play with all summer and was like, oh.
Aw.
I got 2 projects that I'm working on right now for friends, both roll cages, a Neolosi production and a matte production,
Oh yeah.
of which both of those should be off my driveway by Thunder Hill. So that's when they will go away.
Actually, yeah, that the especially Matt's project needs to be done a good bit before that.
That's weather dependent. I don't know that we're gonna make that happen. I mean, I'm
gets
working
it when
in a
he gets
carport
it.
here. Like
Yeah.
he gets it. It'll be
He
done
doesn't-
and ready for Thunder Hill because I want to drive it there. I guarantee that much.
Your time
It
frame
doesn't
is-
need to have the cage finished for the March festivities.
No.
Okay, fair enough. Yes. All right, we are making yet another veiled reference to the Las Vegas Lemons Rally.
Oh
You
yeah.
should come get a hold of us on any of our socials. I have bookmarked probably 6 really terrible rust-free ideas that you could come here for less than $1,500 and do the Going for Broken rally. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, that I'm looking forward to that too. And then I have 2 bedrooms in my house that my office that I'm sitting in is also my race car parts collection / tool storage / just call it my bonus room because everything that I don't know what to do with ends up in a pile in it. And
Yeah,
so
we call it our third bedroom. Yeah.
yes,
Right? Yes.
yeah, that one doesn't count. You can't judge me on this one.
Unless we have a friend who doesn't have can't handle cats. That's the only cat-free room we have in the house. Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Understood.
getting carpet and getting those painted this winter is kind of my like when I can't work on cars outside my weekend projects. So
Yep.
it.
Yes.
Good list, Corey.
Damn fine list.
I
Thank
guess
you.
I'll go.
You have quite
I'll
a
go
list
next.
here. Oof.
Mr. Abbott.
Now, I'd like to think these are all SMART goals. We're going to see. First up, I'm serious this time. For real.
Mom
Again.
is rolling her eyes right now because she
Sell the
doesn't-
MG.
She doesn't.
I don't want this car. I do not want this car. It has been an albatross around my neck for years, but I just don't want to let it go in an unfinished state. And it's sitting in the garage on jack stands right now again. And the thing I have to do next is like the least pleasant thing I can do is like
You are going
wire brush
doing
the underbody and paint it. And that's going to be terrible, but I need to do it. And I have to I have to repair the frame. Anyway, I'm
You're doing
seriously, I need to
everything
sell.
else. He's
No, I
like,
have a really good
I'm doing-
excuse.
yeah, you're full excuses.
I know.
This is what's
I
happening.
have a really good excuse of a reason I need to sell it now. So like, it needs to go. Yes, Tim.
By a show of hands, who thinks he's going to sell the Civic before he sells the MG?
Ooh,
Mm.
no.
No. Okay.
And
I mean, the
and
Civic's
I
ready
see
to
where
go, but
I see
That's
where you
why.
guys are going on this. And yes, and that's the Civic. I feel like the Civic has a narrower appeal than the MG, because I've seen this MG and it is he's making it sound like it's just this horrible thing. It's a gorgeous car with a wonderful history. And if you are looking for a not race car, but something interesting that you want
know
to
a
drive to, like
parent who
cars
wants
and
to-
coffee, or you want a parent,
Yeah.
or honestly, you've got a teenager and you need them to learn how to fix stuff and not drive
No.
fast ever
No,
at all.
no.
that's why I got it when I was
Don't do
35
that.
years old.
Don't
don't
do
do
that.
that.
No, don't do
that.
It's terrible.
Because you
It was
turned out so
terrible.
horrible. Come on.
Are your 2025 goals to wire brush the underside of a British car?
Right.
Well,
It's-
we've got the thing for you on racingjunk.com.
Car's only 65 years old now. Right. Yeah.
Oh,
Exactly.
Oh,
not
who
going
doesn't
It's
want
a-
junk.
who doesn't want to clean the undercarriage of a 65-year-old? Anyway.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
Oh, there we go.
Oh, next.
No,
No,
for real.
it's going
it's-
on
it's-
bring a trailer.
It's
So-
gotta
I
go.
stand
Like,
it.
it's gotta go.
It's a great car. I stand by my statement on that one.
I did a lot of
It
work to
is.
it last winter. The list is much shorter now, but it's got to go. All
Gotta go.
right. Next is for life overall, I need to simplify and add lightness.
Everything in
general.
our house, we say, do we really need
Simplify,
this?
add lightness. And that includes myself. Simplify, add lightness
Done. Like it.
generally. Yep. Next is I,
I
want to
like
make
that
the
as a
Lotus.
phrase.
Yeah. Well, it's Colin Chapman.
Oh yeah, no.
Listen,
I just,
that's
but I've
right.
I've
As
heard
a
it for
human.
decades, and I've
Yeah.
never thought about it as it's you read all these books about visions in your life, and they tell you to have a mantra, and I love that as a gearhead mantra for existence: simplify and add
Yeah.
lightness. Yeah,
Yeah, in that context, I've never heard it used, which is awesome.
I need to do that. And speaking of Colin Chapman, I need to make my Lotus run and drive. It's a car. It did run and drive at some point. It needs to run and drive again.
Not kill you. Add not kill us.
And
Oh, no,
not
I
kill and not kill me.
If you hit anything in that car, you're going to die. Like there's no way. It's a four-wheel motorcycle. You will die.
So
Immediately.
It's so low.
It's so low, and like what is protecting you from a side impact? A
Nothing.
1-inch piece of steel. That's
I'm
it.
gonna- we're
That
gonna-
when it
we-
breaks is
might
going to
kill
just
us.
stab you. Right. So
It's gonna kill
yeah,
us.
it's a death trap, but I want to. It's going to be fun. I want to make it run and drive. Anyway, next, our goal for racing this year is casual racing with friends. That's all. We're not trying to win anything. We're just trying to have a good time, casual racing with friends. We're planning on 4 Lemons races. We're planning on Lucky Dog at VIR because
Ooh,
VIR,
nice.
right? And I think we're going to judge like 2 races. Talking to Eric. We're just going to have a good time. Casual racing with friends. No pressure. Have a good time.
Until you start winning.
Yeah.
Then the strategy
not-
changes.
Oh
Right.
shit, we're in the lead.
Yeah.
In theory, not in the
That's-
Mazda.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong, Corey. But the Mazda can never win A overall. That's the easy part. Is it can't. It can't win A. So what are we gonna do? Who cares?
Mhm.
Go have a good time. Don't break the car. Don't crash it. That's it. Just go have a good time. Next,
Well.
I need to touch up the house in general, like just little touch ups, like things, he's like, yeah, I know there's that little spot in the wall that I need to fill and paint, all that kind of stuff. Need to do that, including the basement. We put a tile floor in not long after we moved into this house in 2009,
17 years ago, 16 years ago. yeah.
2009, we moved in, and there's still no baseboard down there. So I need to like put a baseboard in and, paint some stuff down there, stuff like that. I would like to do 1 Lemons rally. Very likely to be Las Vegas. Let's see how we'll make that logistics works with our friends out there, because let's make this even more shenanigans.
Yeah, more dumb things.
Oh,
Do more dumb
you-
things.
you are going to get so many texts from me now.
Oh no.
Let me add him to the group.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Mhm.
There is no way we will not have fun doing that. That's the fun. That's the thing. So like, okay,
Yes.
Fact.
Although,
Fact.
if Mental's prepping a car,
that's why I want to go a day early so I can make sure to unfuck the things Mental has done.
Unmental
Good
things.
plan.
I just want to go a
I
day early
love-
so I can put the seat covers on it, the underglow, and all the things.
I love that you think with my track record from last year that I'm going to have time to get to your car. I value
Right.
your optimism because I do not share it. I won't touch your car. It might
just
be
gonna
registered. That'll
I'm
be
going to
it.
sit in the back of a limousine. That's all I'm going to do. Anyway, and last, that damn PPL. I'm so sick of having this not done. Like I just want to fly the stupid plane when I don't have to have a guy sitting next to me telling me what I can and can't do. Like I'm not gonna fly it much.
Screaming, "Oh my God, we're gonna die!" I get so tired
Right.
of that. Yeah.
Seriously, like, oh my God, I've never done this before. Yeah, right. No, done with that. I just really would like to have that done here with the cheap plane. Just get it over with. Please and thank you.
There you go.
Anyway,
For our audio listeners, Corey, in fact, did DoorDash a burrito and is currently eating it.
I did not. I went and had a tortilla because my stomach is just rolling over right now, and I needed something to settle down this belly full of hangover.
I mean, the greasiest thing you can possibly eat is like the best hangover food. Like
there's
Like
upon conclusion of this
like a
recording,
pork
there's
belly
empanadas.
quesadilla, right?
Ooh, yeah. There's
Yeah.
or quesadilla tacos. But there's empanadas in my immediate future.
Yep.
Mm.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Chrissy, are you here? No, Chrissy left.
Okay.
That's fine. She'll
That's
come
right.
back.
We will
Timmy,
come back to Chrissy.
Timmy, what? Yeah. Well, also now Chrissy's not stopping your video now because we have a problem. Because I should have put this in what you're working on. Chrissy and I have upgraded our internet in a variety of ways.
Oh,
We have switched to a different provider. We now have gigabit Ethernet. I have upgraded the modem that was 14 years old to the latest new hotness surfboard S34, whatever. So here we are having no problems.
Speaking of new hotness, Chrissy, welcome back.
hi, I'm sorry. Small emergency. I'm back. Hi.
She also DoorDashed a burrito.
I did not.
Spicy food.
I
Didn't
was-
eat them with spicy food yesterday.
I was
so it's
dealing
a-
with a retching cat, actually.
Aw.
So
Oh, everyone. What's the worst sound to wake up to for any individual person? It's the sound of your pet retching in the middle of
Yeah.
the night because you all
Yes.
know what it is.
especially when
And
it's on your bed. It's,
How do they not have alarm clocks that make that,
I don't.
Oh.
everybody would wake up on time.
No one would buy one though. It's awful.
Right? Everyone wants it. Everybody has one. That's the
Oh, no.
problem.
They would
Oh,
buy
no.
them for other people. Here's how I'm going to make sure you're not late anymore.
Where are the paper
Someone
towels? Where are the paper towels?
Our old cat. He used to, when she was older, he picked her up and made her throw up in the toilet.
I did. I'd see her start going, and if I was quick enough in my office, I could pick her up and hold her over the toilet, and she burp in
Throw
the
in
toilet.
the toilet.
And that
I'm
made
just
me
happy-
so satisfied.
That's
If
awesome.
we could,
Sorry.
if we could get the dogs to tile, I'm good. Just tile, not
Yeah,
carpet.
Sure,
Right.
Because
Agreed.
I'm convinced every domesticated animal
goes to
deliberately
carpet.
seeks out carpet.
Carpet.
And if it's
Yeah.
Agreed.
like an area rug that's more expensive, they're definitely going for that one.
Oh yeah,
Right?
that's
Yes.
why I was
How
so
does it-
excited when I could hold the cat over the toilet, and she was not happy
This
about it.
one went
But I'm like,
for,
nope,
uh,
you're staying here.
This
That's
is
what
where
you
it's
got.
happening.
I'm a
Yeah.
drip
Well-
pan guy. I grab like a
Drip
couple of things of like bounty and like try to chuck it underneath it before the dog throws up.
Yeah, there you go.
It was a small fur rug, so
Oh.
it's fine. Anyway, I'm sorry I missed the last conversation.
No, you came in just in time to talk
Yeah.
about
Great.
animals retching.
It's
So
all
this
it's
is
all
good.
about you.
It's a
Okay.
great show. So-
Right? It's just so off the rails. Anyway, I would like to travel more, which I think is going to happen. I would like to drive more cars. I think this has been on my list for like the last couple
Ever?
of years. Yeah, I know. I don't drive anything.
There are some
but-
people on the screen who may have some cars that you could drive. You never know, honey. You just got to go places.
There's some
Maybe
people
so.
listening to this show. If you are looking for an outstanding team member who will keep you organized, will absolutely not break your car, and
Will not.
almost guaranteed will move you up several places during her stint, reach
Not
out.
guaranteed, but if it's not my car, I may not be as good. Anyway, I'll be safe though. I'm very safe. Anyway, more lemons judging. We're gonna do that this year, which I'm very excited about, and I need to get in better shape. I know you guys are rolling your eyes, but whatever.
Thank you. Yes, it would be more obvious if I was more flexible. How hard I would roll my eyes, but yeah.
Not even
Yep.
my eyes aren't even flexible anymore.
Neither are mine.
Eyes aren't even flexible.
All right, Tim, go ahead.
I want to properly learn how to train animals. So I'm going to do some classes to study that, because
Like
we are
service
planning
dogs or
in no, just like more than your
zebras,
normal,
monkeys?
your usual zebras for sure. We are planning
How do you
on-
get to
on-
make them dance? That's the hard part. How do I make the zebras dance?
No. You're off beat.
Right. You got to have the front and back feet shuffling at the same rate.
time.
Oh,
Bad
Oh,
zebra.
I need to
Bad.
add that. I need to make one of those outfits. I'm gonna add that to my list right now.
penalty.
Oh my goodness. Just bring the material.
Recreate that dance scene with the zebra and everybody
Yeah.
around it. Yeah.
Make a zebra with this material and recreate that scene. Oh my goodness. They will hate me forever.
Oh.
So we're planning on getting a puppy in April. So we'll do another rescue puppy, and at the same time we're going to go to the shelter, and we are going to adopt the oldest dog that they have.
Oh,
And
that's so nice.
And kill it with treats and
I
all
would
the
stop
things.
there.
Like, and kill it. I'm like,
We're
we're
gonna
a little dark.
Please
Kill
no,
that dog
please
to
no
death.
Giga Blast right there. We will
I'm so
never
sorry.
have another listener. Oh.
Yeah, give
Oh,
it
no.
the
That was-
best of its
That was
its
that was a
last
Full
years.
Metal Jacket moment. I want to
Yeah.
travel to different exotic cultures and meet people with a fascinating, interesting history
Kill
and
him.
kill them. Yes.
Take the oldest.
Kill it with kindness.
So many snacks and pets.
Oh, that's so
Oh.
great. That's so
Oh.
nice of you.
Yep.
The trailer, I've got actually the same trailer Chris has. We've got a 20-foot enclosed ATC trailer. I've got a big upgrade package that I'm going to do on that, which is full insulation. I've got 3 giant solar panels that are going to go on the roof. Put a battery in it and get it. Basically, I'm going to make it my own toy hauler, which will be fun. I think I'm going to skip the
Would
whole
recommend.
bathroom thing. Although I think it would be hysterical to just put a urinal in the corner that just dumps out underneath the trailer. But I probably won't do that
It's
because
called a
my
hole
wife,
and a funnel.
yeah,
That's
my
what you
wife
need
would
to-
punch me, literally
Okay.
punch me in the face if she found out that I did that.
However, the Skinny Coyote race team, they do have basically a funnel and a hose and a black tank in their trailer because, and I quote, "We're all in our 50s and I'm not walking halfway across this paddock 3 times at 2 o'clock in the morning to go to the bathroom."
Three times at 2 o'clock.
I love this idea.
Yep. And Corey and I have spent many a night sleeping on our cots in the trailer, and when I get up and move around, the trailer moves around a lot. So you can imagine what happens when Corey gets up and moves around.
And there's no tiptoeing. There's no way to do it nice. Like,
No,
as soon as
just
you
do it.
stand up, it's over with, right?
Totally. So that'll be fun. I look forward to getting that dialed in. That is a gift that keeps on giving for sure.
Yeah, having a well
and-
set up enclosed trailer is
Yeah.
a real life bonus for racers. Yeah.
Now, because I do dumb things, like I've got some stuff I need to get rid of. I have two giant purple chairs. I've gotten rid of one of them now. So I've got one giant purple chair that goes to the racetrack, and it's really comfortable actually, but it weighs like 400
it's
pounds.
obscenely comfortable. It is.
And I like washed it with an upholstery machine and all the thing, and it still looks just disgusting.
Like a recliner.
It's like purple suede, just
It's
a
purple
solid.
Almost like an extended chase lounge.
Yes.
Like you would see in the parlor of a really, really high-end Old West brothel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, great,
Yeah. I
great.
bought two of them for $75
trying to
in an
picture
auction site that came out of an office that had closed down. And I mean, they're comfortable. They're really comfortable. So I threw the grosser of the two out, and I have the other one, but it takes up a lot of space in that trailer. So it might have to go away, but damn, I really enjoy it. So then next up is repeat from 24, learn to weld. Like I really, really want to learn to do this. I enjoy working with metal. I think that it would be something that I can spend a lot of time with many different directions on what to do, not just race car stuff. So that's high on the to-do list. This year, now that the garage is done, I can take my 59 El Camino and put it out in the shop and lay all 8,000 of the chrome trim pieces on the floor and put those all back on the car. So the car is painted. It's got a crate motor that is new-ish in it. I've got to put a fuel tank in it, which I have. I've got to run new fuel lines. I've got to change the gasket on the transmission, because cork gasket, of course, old and dry, and it leaked all the fluid everywhere. So I've got some things to do on that, but I want to get that running and driving, and that's just going to be a fun drive around beater 59, like just awesome. Like bring it to Home Depot and throw full 4x8 sheets of plywood in the back of it and take it for ice cream. I can't wait. So the TWAP, the Solstice, I've got some upgrades for this year. I want to wrap it in full Sorry for Party zebra stripes. I'm going to outfit it with a baller ass stereo system in it. I've got to figure out how I want to do that.
How many bazooka tubes?
Components. I don't have any bazooka tubes, but I think I'm gonna build a bass box and like remove the rear trunk lid.
Yeah.
And
now,
make like a new trunk lid.
Not kidding. I was just offered from my old friend in Boston he found the old stereo we put in his Grand Cherokee when we were in high school. It's two 12s, two Rockford Fosgate 12s in a box, and like an 800 watt amp.
I'll see you this summer.
Tim can pick it up in Boston.
On his way. Absolutely.
Right.
I feel like, Tim, you should go get some of those bass tubes that mount to the roll cages like the wakeboard boats have. And just mount them right across the main hoop of the car.
And that's a good idea, because those are designed to project the sound so that the person doing the wakeboarding can, have the music too, which is wonderfully annoying when you do it to a race car so that the other cars have to hear it and not you.
All that crap.
Or when you have crappy stereo inside the car, then all you listen to.
You hear all of the music and no one else hears it. So
That's
when
awful.
your Journey playlist gets put on the 4-song version before you go and you forget where the off switch is.
I just heard this
The
song.
look that just came across Chrissy's face, like immediately right there, the temperature in my room dropped 6 degrees.
I just heard this song. Why do
Tim has all those like 2 albums of AI generated songs saved up now.
Absolutely, baby.
Yes,
like created albums.
Play those on a
Literally,
loop for everyone else
I
to
could
hate.
picture this. I could picture this now. Is that Pontiac singing about me? Am I the friggin' loser behind the zebra? What? Oh!
What the hell is man soup in a gangbang of horsepower?
I've been in this car too long, man. I don't know what's going on.
I gotta get out.
So those
yeah.
are those are in Boston, Chris?
Yeah,
No, well, I'm not going to be
Cambridge,
there
but
until the 3rd.
right.
So.
I know.
Oh
2 days.
no! In 3 days, yes.
I'm not gonna be here for 48 hours.
Right.
I can't possibly see how that would work out.
Nope.
My new shop already acquiring shit that I don't need.
So Tim,
Haven't even closed
What's
the
the-
doors on it yet.
You gotta
Yes.
fill that
First thing-
space. It's
yeah,
there.
what's the first thing you put in the garage? 2 Rockford Fosgate 12s.
A stereo system.
Yeah, duh.
Yep.
Of course.
Duh. Oh,
So you can teach the zebra to shuffle. Duh.
that's true. That's true.
Oh, Tim, your list is long.
It's
Ah.
it's aggressive. It's aggressive, but I am retired, so I've got that going for me.
Sure, sure.
I'm doing a master bedroom remodel. So this is
In
something
California.
that have been in California. So this is something we've been talking about for years and haven't really come up with a good plan. We've got some limiting factors. HVAC comes up like through the middle of the room. So you've got to kind of work around the mechanicals. But I think we've got a good plan. So I'm going to get started on that this month. So it is all new closets, moving doors, removing doors, putting pocket doors in, and then the bathroom itself will be all new tile, new tubs around, new glass doors, like full redo. So that's gonna take up a lot of time. There'll be a lot more to talk about in the weeks to come, I'm sure, on what you're working on. But as far as races go, I've kind of set a goal for myself to try to do 2 new racetracks, at least 1 new racetrack per year. And I've got 2 on the schedule for 25, doing Summit, and the Corvette Museum. So those will be two new ones for me, which will be super fun, doing, going with Uncle Dave to Summit in the Cressy. And then I'm running with, the Loose Nuts crew in the Camaro. And hopefully they'll have their new project done, and I'll see if I could talk Rusty into putting me in that thing for half an hour or so. But it's
You've never driven anything that hoopty on a track, have you?
I have
You've
not.
never driven like a real hoopty on a track.
No.
Like, yeah, it's
I want to get in the car and be terrified. I can't wait.
Great.
Yeah.
It's a great experience.
Yeah.
It's-
And then my next my last goal is to travel less. I was in a plane a lot this past year, so I'm looking to do a little bit less of that for next year. So a little bit more time in the seat of where I currently roam. So that's my list. We'll see how well I do.
Cool.
I love it. Yes. Go hard.
Yep.
Mental.
Wrap us up here, mental.
Let's talk about you,
Wrap it
buddy.
up. All right.
I mean, aside
So-
from not pooping yourself,
Aside from not pooping, which honestly, I feel like that's really a daily goal. You know, I should set that in the morning and then evaluate every evening. Did I poop myself? No.
Jeff,
Good day.
like Jeff always used to have, his first goal for every year was don't fall down.
Don't fall down.
Don't fall down. Don't poop myself.
Jeff, please don't ever give up on that goal.
Yeah, don't fall down.
I'm
How long
actually
can I
going
make
to
it before I fall down?
I'm going to type that in just so we have it next year to account myself.
Don't fall down.
Okay,
Don't
there we
poop
go.
myself.
It's capital P in that poop, so we know I'm serious.
Yep.
All right. I am still nugging down my projects to toys mission. So specifically, I want to get this Formula V on the track. I don't know if I'm going to make that January event, but ideally I could still get it all bolted together and just get it on a track sometime during 2025. The deadline in January is basically at that point. If I don't make it to that track day, work on that project ceases because I have to move on to the Sorry for Party limo that we are building for the Las Vegas rally. It is going to be epic. So I have lots and lots of plans for that, and they all cost surprisingly little amounts of money. So it should be fantastic. And much like Chris's MG, I have been threatening to do this and just not done it because I just don't want to do the work, but I need to prep and sell my RV. It was
I didn't know that.
financially, it was a terrible purchase, but it was a great purchase when I lived on the East Coast.
For the right at your time in your life, you bought that. You used the hell out of that thing.
Yes,
Seriously.
absolutely.
And I think that's the problem. It's because you used the hell out of the thing.
Yeah,
No,
so now it's
tattered.
It is tattered. These are all wonderful and accurate phrases. And I just need to move it on and free up that, capital. And I mean, I'm not going to make any money off of it, but it just, open up
Not
a
make that
registration
payment anymore.
spot.
Yeah,
not
yeah.
make,
Absolutely.
And it's, I feel like someone else is still going to enjoy it. Mechanically, like the drivetrain is excellent. It's just everything inside of it is, so that needs to get gone. I want the Civic to run at least one track night or autocross. Now, jokingly aside, I have neglected that car, but I have not neglected that car. I have slowly and deliberately made progress on that car. So everything I did wasn't just haphazard. It was like I got the transmission and the shifter bolted up. So, it's on there. I have sourced the brakes. It is just a matter of sitting down and completing I've got the 80% solution and do the last 20% and get that to run a track night or an autocross.
Fortunately, someone who's really familiar with those cars.
And someone who has guided me on that project and kept me on track up until this point. It's not moving fast, but it is not wavered from its trajectory. So I'm still counting that one as a win. I'd love to get my 914. Even with all my while I'm in there itis, I have a great vision for that car. I would love to have it ready for this fall because I'm not going to drive the thing around with no air conditioning in the summer. Not here. And then I in shuffling all these projects around, I had to bring this one back in there, and I really need to get my VFR running because I miss riding a motorcycle. And I loved that
Annie
bike.
doesn't work? Oh, I didn't know Annie was
no, and it's probably something painfully simple that is now morphed into a half a dozen other problems. But I did in my shuffling, I got that in there, and I'd made some progress on that. And it's just going to be the tedious nature of sitting down with a test light and my absolute lack of ability when it comes to electrical components and just figure that one out. So those are my car / mechanical goals. Personally, I need to go through 2025 and not poop myself, which, I'm batting 1,000 on that one. So
that's a goal we can all believe in.
Yeah. We can all get behind that.
Yeah.
Oops, too late.
Yeah. So the next one, and I've gotten a lot of personal feedback on this one, like talking with people at the track and everything, is I got to keep running down these personal health issues. Just recently I developed it's a benign positional, I looked it up because this one's a hard one to pronounce, but it is it's benign positional, disorientation. So this started at Thanksgiving, and I thought maybe it was just a hangover, but no. If I turn my head a certain way, I get dizzy. So it's either something in my inner ear. So I've got a appointment scheduled with a specialist on that, and all of the other voyages. I was also my neurologist got a hold of me. We did multiple the CAT scans and all that stuff. And as she is walking me through, she says something about my arthritis, and I'm sorry, my what? And she goes, "Oh, there's no way this is new to you. You've obviously had arthritis for a while. I'm looking at the CAT scan." Nope, no, this is news to me. So that's going to be, so that is part of the the impetus behind the yoga is I am losing flexibility and all this other kind of stuff. And I can't just sit back and let my health deteriorate like this, because I like doing too much crap. So as I make a move, my body fights me back, okay, so we'll just keep playing that. We'll do that one. And
so mental, is it is it like vertigo?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask.
I'm sorry. Yeah, it is. It basically the closest way to relate it. Do you remember when you were 20 and you would get really, really drunk and you'd lay down and you'd have to put one foot on the floor and one arm on the wall to make the room stop spinning? Yeah. It feels like that when I'm completely hydrated and sober and not hungover. And and for a week it was really bad only in certain positions. And then the intensity got less, but the occurrences got more. And I'm navigating through that.
Get a pen and write this down.
I'm
The
writing.
Epley maneuver. So for people that have
That
had
thing where you
vertigo,
pinch your nose and blow.
no,
that's
it's actually
the Valsalva.
Yeah, okay.
this is it's like a procedure you go through where you like move your head in certain ways,
Yes.
and
Okay.
it rearranges the crystals in your ear. A lot of what they found is that will create it's an inner ear issue.
It is. It's you can knock loose like deposits that are in as you get older. It knocks them loose, and it can. There's medication and worst case surgery. So
no, dude, my dad had it. My uncle had it, vertigo, and they did this. And it's like something you do in your house. It takes like 15 minutes.
Excellent. Thank you.
The Epley maneuver.
Sounds
All
fun.
right, there we go. So I'm gonna. All right, then I'll start working on that too, because I've gotten into stretching. There was a nerve masseuse at Sonoma, and
That
normally
sounds amazing.
I don't do well with people touching me. Like the idea of a massage, I tense up. But she didn't do the deep tissue massage. She was doing the nerve thing, and that I jumped up. I'm like, okay, this is something. So I got to find one of those here in
Like
Las
pressure
Vegas.
points.
And it wasn't even like literally just kind of reaching in and holding a finger. Yeah, it's a specific type of massage that I'm too stupid to remember the name of. But
it's cool.
So yeah, and I've got the ear, nose, and throat specialist scheduled later, and so I appreciate everybody's like support on that. Like people have come up to me and like, hey man, I'm glad you're making these changes. So I got to keep making those changes. And to that end, I want more time in my garage, and I have in my trying to be aware of what I am doing and not just mindlessly going through this. I have noticed that if I come home and I sit on the couch when I first get home from work, I have a terrible tendency to not move. And I know this because then I get up and everything's stiff on me. I have a really comfortable couch too, which is ridiculous. So I must come home, change out of my work clothes, or change and then change into garage clothes and just force myself into the garage, even if I'm not going to do anything. Just go out there and rearrange or piddle with stuff, and just avoid my afternoon couch monster unless I am really, really tired. And the last one, we've finally have located a local handyman who has contacts with all kinds of specialists. He did a bunch of work just down the street, and we are working on making this house a home, not a project. So initially I was just going to have like
finishing
our guest bedroom
ceilings. What?
Yeah. I know what. And because it's the same thing. We talked about this, the while you're in there itis. So, we can finish the ceilings, but while we're in there, why don't we just knock this wall out and open up this kitchen? And so we've sat down and arranged, all right, in the project management concept, let's lay this out. We want the kitchen done, and then we'll start spinning off to all of those other things. And we can't do both bathrooms at once because we need a bathroom. So yeah, we're going to go through that. But yes, we are making movement in the direction of finish the damn house so I can quit apologizing to everybody every time they come over and spend some time here for having that. So those are my goals.
List.
Good list. Yes. I hate to keep talking because I just talked too much right there. But again, Corey threw this up. We were talking about things to go with safety, and I did not know this. And there is a link to this blog about welding danger. A lot of people, and this is for
Phosgene. Yeah, this is a problem. Don't do this.
Don't do this.
And dude, I feel stupid. I've been welding for years, and just this was not on my radar. So if everyone wants to make fun of me for not knowing this, that's awesome too. But on the odd chance that one person doesn't know this, this is a lifesaver right here. So our not is awesome just the tip, but our just the tip is about welding from our guest Corey Dickman.
Corey, you want to tell this one? Because it's your tip. I want just tip from Corey.
Yeah, we were
I want Corey's tip.
Just to see how it feels.
That's right.
And I
just
mentioned
the tip from Corey, and it's going to feel like the whole thing.
Oh, that's funny. And so Mental and I were chatting about welding before the show started. And I'm like, yeah, I read this stuff the other day that I guess the chlorinated stuff brake clean causes mustard gas, and I looked it up, and so that's what we pointed here to actually show him that it is a real thing. And I did not know it was a real thing. I use acetone most of the time to clean my stuff anyway, so I've never really. But I have pulled out a thing of brake clean and cleaned something really quick and started to lay a bead on it without thinking about it ever in my life until like this week. So there it is. Don't use chlorinated brake clean and weld.
Yes, it's the chlorinated stuff specifically is the problem. It's same like don't mix bleach and ammonia. You think, oh, but now it'll be super clean. No, now you're just dead. So
yes.
Dumb ways to die.
But I feel like this would literally just be one of those things. Oh, all right, I don't want to go over there for the acetone. Oh, here's a can of brake clean right here, and especially if you're welding in an unfamiliar area, and you just grab some brake clean and spray it on a chunk of metal to clean off real quick, and then bam, you're dead or wish you were dead because you've got blisters on your lungs.
And this matters more for aluminum and TIG welding because aluminum has to be spotless, like surgically clean to weld it. Otherwise, it just doesn't work. So like I rub everything that I weld in aluminum down with acetone. I never thought specifically not brake clean because of this, but acetone is a magic chemical. Yes. It just makes everything work well. Anyway.
All right.
Good tip.
Good tip.
Thank you. All right.
Anything else? What are we doing next week?
Oof.
I have no idea.
What day is it?
No idea.
We barely got here. So yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
I love how no one's goal was to be more organized for the show for 2025.
No.
Because we're realistic. Even with all those goals we didn't get to, we know, well, that's not one we're going to get to. So,
gotta keep
not
those
gonna
bad
happen.
boys low and attainable, right?
Right?
that's impossible. So,
Start now. It's 10 years. It's been 10 years in the making.
That's amazing.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. We will have our 400th episode this year, sometime this summer.
Amazing.
That's a shame. Wasted so much of my life.
Well, tell us what your goals are in the doodly do.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We'd love to hear it. We'd love to hear it. And then,
all right.
And then ridicule you next year when you don't accomplish any of them.
You'll be just like
I
us.
will ridicule no one. I will empathize with you. I have no ridicule for anyone. No.
Well, thanks for everybody. Have a great week. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Thanks for downloading us. We hope you enjoyed this week's edition of Everyone Racers. We also hope you will join us in the world of driving, racing, and building because everyone can be a racer, even you. If you enjoyed this podcast, subscribe. It's totally free. Then go to iTunes and give us a 5-star rating. Even if you hated us, give us 5 stars and tell us why. If you have any questions or show ideas, drop us a comment on our Facebook page, Everyone Racers, or email us at everyone.racers@gmail.com. You can still text us at 484-243-0455. Find us on Instagram at everyone.racers, YouTube and Facebook under Everyone Racers, or even Reddit at /E1R. Thanks again, and until next week, keep the shiny side up. Unless there is no shiny side, then just keep those wheels down.